Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com. Family Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com. Welcome to the Texas Farm Store Coyote Pack Broadcast pregame show. Texas Farm Store, locally owned and operated for over 50 years. And now, your hosts, Simon and Al Ortiz, on your official home for Uvalde Coyotes football, UvaldeRadio.net.
Welcome, Coyote football fans, to the Coyote Pack broadcast live from Crystal City, Texas, just 40 minutes away from your Tree City, where your 2-1 Uvalde Coyotes are taking on the Crystal City Javelinas at 7 p.m. It's the Highway 83 rivalry, and we are here for it and ready to get this rolling in this sweltering Texas heat. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer, and with me is your color commentator, Simon Ortiz, UHS class of 76 and former Coyotes left guard. The Coyotes had a little bump in the road last week against the Poteet Aggies, losing 21-12. But are looking to improve to 3-1 on the season. Not only was it a bump in the road, but there are a couple of Coyotes with bumps and bruises who will not be suiting up tonight. But with adversity comes resiliency, ladies and gentlemen. Something we know all too well in Uvalde, Texas. But for now, I'm going to kick it over to Pops here, who met with Coach Miller recently. He's going to give us some initial thoughts about his game, about this game, how the injuries impact the team's strategy tonight, and anything else on his mind. Pops, whoa, sorry about that, guys. We're up on top of the press box, and so we're right next to the speakers here. This is the only place where we can find. So
this is the place to be. I'll tell you what. You know what? Hello, Uvalde. Hello, everybody. You know what? It's going to be a beautiful night for football. We're out here in the deck above the press box. There's a cool breeze coming through, and you know what? The Coyotes are going to be so ready for this game.
Yeah.
And there you go again.
You know, if only the people in the press box, in the AC in the press box, can get their audio correctly. I'm starting to get worried that they're going to have to be doing that all night.
That's okay. That's okay. We you know what? Uvalde can and will go and beat adversity all the time.
Yeah, that's true. So we can reflect that as well in our own broadcast.
That's right. Well, let me tell you what. The Coyotes lost last week, and it was an enigma to me because, you know, the score in the fourth quarter was 21-0, and you know it didn't seem like the teams were that far apart, and they weren't. Yeah. It was just, you know, the mental fatigue had caught up to the guys, to the kids. It had been a whirlwind of 3 weeks with the home opener, and the next day they were going to fly off to Houston for the Texan game, and you know that just it was so much distraction for them that they made quite a few mental errors, and that's really the difference in the game. They opened up the third quarter with a long drive, and they were at the 1 yard line. They were ready to score. There was a legal procedure, set them back, and instead of getting a first down or a touchdown at the 1 yard line, they had to try to make it on fourth down on a pass, and they weren't able to do it. So, you know, that would have been 7-7 at that point, and it would have been a different game, a different complexion of the game. It didn't happen. You know, all you can say is, you know, it's behind us. They need to concentrate on this game right now, and really get their mental focus back on track. And the way they do that is to say, okay, that is over with. This is now the quote-unquote regular season, and we have to bear down, and we have to just concentrate.
Absolutely. And, you know, Pops, I mean, we're not saying that the Houston Texans, what they did for our community is amazing, and taking those kids to the game and all that good stuff. I mean, that was something that was just definitely a beautiful gift for these kids. But, you know, that would have been a lot for you and I You
Yes.
know, and we're not 16 to 18-year-olds. You know, I mean, who you know, they're still trying to learn their personality. They're still trying to learn, you know, the discipline and everything like that. I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
It is. It was tough, and you know, those little mental mistakes. We dropped the ball. We fumbled the ball on a pitch out, and the mental. It is basically let's just fall on the ball. We didn't try to do that. They got the ball, drove downfield. All of a sudden, it became 21-0. And but you know what? What the kids did was so amazing because they did not quit.
Yeah.
They came back and scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And they bared down and they tried their hardest. It wasn't like, you know what, it's not going to work, let's go ahead and go home. No, they fought hard for the team, for themselves, and that gives you a good feeling for the future.
Yeah, and you know, there are 3 Coyotes that are going to be missing this game after a couple of injuries that were sustained in the last game. We'll get to that in a second, but I mean that's what adversity is all about. They're going to lose. It's not going to get easier for the Coyotes. It's not going to get easier. There's a couple of key players out this game.
That's true. It's going to have to be the next man up mentality. And you know what? These kids, some of those kids came in in the second half and played very well. They were baptized by fire, and they responded very well. Mm-hmm. You know, simply because those injuries were before we went down 21-0, and after we went down 21-0, these young kids, the next man up personnel, they came through. Yeah. So it was very encouraging to see that, and it's going to help us in the future in district play. That's where it's going to help us.
Yeah, and you know these kids are used to baptism by fire. Last year they were 2-8, but they started so many sophomores that are now juniors, right? And so they have that experience under their belt because they were baptized by fire last season.
That's correct, and you know the fruits are showing now. You can see these kids starting to gel, and even though they lost 21-12, I know that they're going to be ready for this game, and they're going to be ready for the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Resilience is the theme of this season. Resilience is the theme of our broadcast right now, obviously, because you can hear in the background the stadium announcer, which obviously is great. We love that atmosphere. We love the fan experience. It's just, you know, we're positioned really close to these speakers, but we're, you know, Pops, you and I are pretty loud, so, you know.
Yes, I think we will overcome the adversity. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We're pretty loud. We'll be okay, guys. All right, well, this is the Coyote Pack broadcast, and this is the Texas Farm Store pregame show. We are live from Crystal City, Texas. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. We're going to give a little bit of a weather report here, but Pops, you know, it's honestly, it's going to be just like it was in the last couple of weeks. It's going to be hot. There's not going to be any precipitation. There's going to be no cloud cover, and right now we're feeling that too because we're in the outdoor elements. The sun is beating at our backs. Right now it's 91 degrees. By the end of the game, it's going to be at 10 p.m. around. It's going to be 83 degrees, and the humidity is at 63%. In fact, the past couple of games, it was at 43%, 50%. Now it's 63%. It's going to be even more crucial for these Coyotes to hydrate in this weather.
That's correct, and to be in good shape, and I think they are. I think we have some really good kids that have worked hard and will be in shape for this game.
Yep. All right, guys. So we're going to take a quick commercial break right here. On the flip side of the break, we're going to get over to the Lantana Realty Loyal and True Legacy segment. We have a great interview for you. We have Steve Cargile, former Coyote football player. Pops, what position did he play?
He played cornerback.
That's to me, I wasn't a cornerback. You weren't a cornerback. No. We played some tough positions. That's the toughest position, in my opinion, in football. In my opinion.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, well, we're a little biased here. We're going to take a quick commercial break, guys. For all the cornerbacks out there, we salute you no matter what. So, yeah, Steve Cargile is going to be the interview right after this commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank. poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
This is the Lantana Realty Loyal and True Legacy segment on the Coyote Pack broadcast on UvaldeRadio.net.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have here our Legacy segment, and we have with us a Uvalde Coyote from class of 1977. He played on the 76 football team and 75 football team. He was all-district, well, they called it all-zone back then, cornerback, and he was also honorable mention as a halfback. He also played on the 1977 championship team and went on to play with Lubbock Christian University in 78 through 81. With us is Steve Cargill. He is a prominent member of our community. He runs Cargile Produce, and we'd like to welcome him. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions, but I'm going to say hello to him and ask him to say hello to you.
Hey, Simon, we're glad to be here today. And we're thankful to have you and Al here in town doing these broadcasts for us and putting a voice back to Coyote football, especially this year when it's so greatly needed for the community.
Thank you, Steve. I have a couple of questions for you. And you know, one of the things that we're trying to do is we're trying to make this a positive experience for our community and give some guidance to our young players. And I really would like to thank you for taking the time to being with us. You played in the Coyote varsity on 75 and 76. In 75, Uvalde went 6-3-1 and still made the playoffs. In 76, the Coyotes went 8-1-1 and did not make the playoffs. In fact, I think it was one of the better teams Uvalde ever had that did not make the playoffs. Can you tell us why?
Yes, I'm really unique year. That class of 77 really was such a real well-rounded group of athletes. We tied for the district championship in football. We won district in basketball, won state in baseball. We had a relay team go to the state meet. We had a golfer at the state golf meet. Wow. We had a tennis player go to state. I mean, it was just a really well-rounded class. So that, like you said, the 75 year in football, we came out ranked number one in the state. And obviously a disappointing year to go 6-3-1 and get beat in the district game against Cuero, who went on to win state that year. We come back as seniors in 76, and, I don't think a whole lot was expected of us. Brought in a new coach, John Ferrara, and really turned the program around here. A lot more discipline kind of ball, and brought discipline to the team and everything that I think, when you're that age, you need. So we win our first 3 games that year, and then we start district, or our first 4 games, I guess, and then our first district game is against Fredericksburg. So we go to Fredericksburg, and it's a back-and-forth game the whole night. And we go ahead with late in the fourth quarter, and we kick off. Fredericksburg gets the ball, drives down, get a pass interference, puts them on the 1-yard line. We sack the quarterback. They says it gets out of bounds, so there's 1 second left, and they run in the end zone and scores. So they go for 2 with no time on the clock and make the 2-point conversion. And so it's tied 29-29. And the game was so close that we were tied on penetration, so that remained a tie. And then they went to first downs, and Fredericksburg had 1 more first down than us. And that's how they advanced to represent the zone that year. The next 5 games that year, we only gave up, I think it was 26 points. And so less than a touchdown a game the rest of the season in each game. But still, we didn't go on, and we didn't get to go to the playoffs that year. So we still think about that.
Wow. All that work, and you didn't get to go to the playoffs. What did you learn to help you later on in life?
Oh, it was, I remember at the time it was so disappointing because we'd put all that time in and, felt like, wow, here's the only Uvalde football team that goes undefeated in district and doesn't go to the playoffs. But, we still had a lot in front of us that year. And a lot of us were on the baseball team, and so we knew we had a really good team coming back in baseball, and I think it just made us focus more on winning and how important it was to be dedicated, and that each game was important. And I think that's what I want to tell these kids now is, this is a time in their life that they're never going to forget. And it's real easy to think past a game or a moment or a decision, but it's really so important right now for them to enjoy it and really put their very best foot forward.
That is so awesome, because I think our last game in Poteet, I think that it was just so close that if we had concentrated just a little bit more, it might have come out differently. But be that as it may, you mentioned that Coach John Ferrara, he's one of the top coaches in the state of Texas in football. In fact, he had won a state championship in '69 with the San Antonio Lee High School Volunteers. He actually was a legendary coach. What did you learn from him and his staff that has helped you going forward in your life?
Well, Simon, I think the biggest thing that Coach Ferrara brought to Uvalde was his discipline. And there was never a game that we were not prepared. The coaching staff put us in a position to win. And it seemed like every game that we played in, we were in better condition physically to beat the other team and mentally. We knew our job because they had prepared us each week to be there. And, Coach Ferrara was a tough guy. He was a no-nonsense kind of coach. But I remember that last game of the season, we beat Cargill Tivy 7-6 here at the Honey Bowl, and we had to wait till after the game to see who would represent the district. Fredericksburg had a tough game that night, and at halftime they were behind, so we still had a chance to represent our district in the playoffs. And so we waited in the locker room. It was a tough night for us seniors, and to find out that they came back and won the game. And I remember distinctively leaving the locker room that night and Coach Ferrara coming up and hugging me and had big old tears rolling down his face. He cared about his kids, and you can see the kids that stuck with his program. The pro athletes, the kids that he coached that went on to play in the NFL and other sports that have been successful. And I think a lot of them would tell you that it all started back with Coach Ferrara and his discipline and the way he approached life.
That's one of my biggest regrets is that I graduated a year early. I could have graduated with you guys, and I would have loved to have played for Coach Ferrara. In '77, you were part of the Coyote Baseball State Champions. And in '80 and '81, you were part of the Lubbock Christian University College World Series teams. So you could say you're a champion. You're a champion because you not only were a state champion in baseball, but you were also in the World Series, the College World Series back in the day. What were the keys to your success playing championship sports?
I think probably, Simon, I was lucky. The group of kids that we had for that '77 championship season, it started way back in Little League. We, as 12-year-olds, we went to the state tournament and got kicked out on a technicality that was over the kids. Had nothing to do with it, but we'd played 2 out of 3 games series going up to the state tournament, and there was a little political move going on there, and we got kicked out. But every year we went to the state tournaments through summer ball and everything. And so going into that year, we knew what we had. And Coach Dan Matoka came in, and one of those guys that Ferrara brought in. It was a disciplined ball team. It was I remember we had a certain place to sit on the bus. Every time we got on the bus, the outfielders sat together, the infielders sat together. It was just very regimented. But what a group of kids we had. Van McElroy, Richard Contreras, Steve Ramby, Greg Kolinick, just Tad Nuzzi, all these kids that we played together from an early age. And those, so many of those kids went on to play college ball. And so I think the group of kids I was with that year, we won our first 27 games. And at that time, that was a state record, 27 straight wins. So I go to Lubbock Christian, and it's kind of the same. I'd played against a lot of those guys in summer ball. They had been to the World Series the year before I got there, and with 9 freshmen on that team. So they had a nucleus when I got there. And that year we won 27 straight games that year with them, made the playoffs. And I just think I was fortunate enough to be around good ball players and good people. An individual, no matter how good he is only as good as the people around him. And I think that's what made my career so much fun, and the success that I enjoyed was being around it and good athletes, and it was a lot of good memories.
It was a dark summer, but now with football and the community coming together, it's so awesome to see this. And I think that for the kids, athletics is very important. It's important to teach them things, and I would like you to tell us, what do you think today's young men and women should do as they're starting out in their athletic careers as Uvalde Coyotes? What advice do you have for them?
Well, Simon, you're exactly right. This has been about as tough a time in the history of Uvalde. I've lived here all my life, and it's just been tough. And I think that my principal back when I was in high school, Bobby Baldwin, and Mr. Harrell, that's superintendent here now, I've heard both of them say that school goes so much better when athletics are going good. When you have a good football team and you're winning and other sports are doing well, it just brings a great atmosphere to the campus and to the community. We're a small town. Nothing any funner than a Friday night in the Honey Bowl. But to make those nights even better and to be winning, which makes it better, is the dedication. And I think I would tell kids right now to dedicate and focus on what you're doing. And you have to work hard. I mean, you have to be ready, and that just carries you on through your life. You have to work for what you get. It's not going to be given to you, and the harder you work, the more successful you'll be. I had a farmer here tell me one time that the harder he worked, the luckier he got. And that sums it up.
That is so true, Steve. And by the way, I know you're a farmer. Your family has been in farming for years, and you have a very extensive experience in the farming industry. And I'd like to thank you, because I think farmers are heroes for us. I mean, they are the ones that make our country go.
Well, thanks, Simon. It's a big part of the community here. Next year, 2023, will be our 70th year in business. And it's it's been here in Uvalde, so we've seen a lot of things come and go, and we're proud to be a part of the ag community here in Uvalde.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Cargill. He is with Cargill Produce, and he's also one of the champion Uvalde Coyotes.
Thank you so much, Pops, for that interview, and to Mr. Cargile for participating. We're so grateful that you could take time out of your schedule to sit down with us. Really appreciate that. Stick with us, guys. We have more to come on the Texas Farm Store pregame show. You're listening to the Uvalde Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker. Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack. It's time for Coyotes football, presented by Texas Farm Store, Star Realty and Ranch, Keller Williams, Uvalde Memorial Hospital, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home, Skyway Entertainment, Texan Bank, Medina Electric Cooperative, Lantana Realty, Uvalco Supply, Power Sports and Equipment, Vulcan Materials Company, Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, and First State Bank of Uvalde. And now your hosts, play-by-play announcer Al Ortiz and color commentator Simon Ortiz. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast with Simon and Al Ortiz on your official home for Uvalde Coyotes football, UvaldeRadio.net.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast. We're about to call the game here, but the national anthem is playing right now. So we're just going to take a little quick commercial break while they do this, and we're going to honor our country the right way. Thanks for joining the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. The Coyotes have taken the field. The Javelinas have taken the field. The national anthem has been sung, ladies and gentlemen. We are maybe about 5 minutes away from kickoff here, even though it is the 7 o'clock hour. The Coyotes are ready to get their kickoff started. But, Pops, before they do, give me 3 keys to the game here that the Coyotes need to do to come out of Crystal City with a W.
Okay. This is the third time we're going to face a dual threat quarterback. And we've had a bit of a problem sometimes with a dual threat quarterback. So we need to have good reads on the ends and make sure that he doesn't get around the edge and burns us for a long run. So that's the number one number one key for me. The second one is we need to bear down and not have so many unforced errors, so many mistakes, mental letdowns. So that's the second. And the third is
Uvalde Coyotes,
don't put the ball in the ground on offense.
All right, well, we're going to get started. Those are the 3 keys to the game, ladies and gentlemen. The kickoff is underway. The Coyotes are getting the ball. It's a short kick, and the kick is at the 35-yard line. Number 30 with the catch at the 35-yard line. That's Daniel Chapa. So that's where the Coyotes start their first possession of the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Pops. They're going from south to north, from brush country to hill country. Is that going to have an effect on them at all?
Not today, because the sun is already setting, so it's not going to be in kids' eyes. So I think it's going to be okay going in that direction.
All right. Well, it looks like Chris Rodriguez is going to start the game at quarterback right now. 2 wide receivers on each side of the field for the Coyotes. 1 slot receiver, that's Jonathan Jimenez. Taylor Massey in motion, handoff to Abraham Ale, who gets a good chunk of yardage up to the 44-yard line. My apologies. 43-yard line. It's going to be an 8-yard gain, ladies and gentlemen.
Good way to start the game. Keep the ball on the ground and keep them get them tired.
And they are running up again. Taylor Massey in motion as the H-back. Another handoff, a fake handoff. Chris Rodriguez goes over to the far side of the field and gets up to a first down and over to the 48-yard line. Chris Rodriguez.
Another run. This one was an RPO. He faked it to the dive and he took it outside.
11:21 left in the first quarter. The game has just started. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's the game has started. It's 0-0 right now. Coyotes are huddling up right now, breaking the huddle, heading up to the line of scrimmage. Jared Hernandez, I see him on the far side of the field. Damian Rivera Devin Franklin over to the near side of the field. Again, Taylor Massey in motion. Handoff to Abraham Ale again. Doesn't get a lot of yardage. It's going to be a second down and 10.
I think the Javelinas have decided that, hey, they're going to run on us. Let's see if we can keep them from running, and that time, 0 yards.
All right, guys, and if you're joining us and you hear the stadium announcer, it's going to be loud all game long. We do not have a good spot right now. We were not allowed in the press box, but we are allowed on top of the press box. So we have a little battle going on of ourselves right now. Coyotes again in shotgun formation. Jared Hernandez over to the far side of the field. Trips left for the Coyotes. There's one running back in the backfield. That's Abraham Ale. Snap is off. Fake handoff to Ale, and it's a slant to Jared Hernandez, who tries to get a little bit more yardage by going back, then forward. Gets about maybe a 4-yard gain. It's going to be third down and 6.
He should have stayed where he was. He had about an 8-yard gain. He went back about 2 yards, so it's now a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, so third down and 6 for the Coyotes. 10:06 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 at the moment, and we are going to see the Coyotes with a key third down here on their opening possession. Trips right for the Coyotes. It's going to be Jared Hernandez on the very far side of the field and Devin Franklin on the near side. Shotgun snap is off. Chris Rodriguez rolling out, fires across his body and finds Jonathan Jimenez for a great gain into Javelinas territory.
That was a beautiful pass. It was on target. He was right on it. So it's gonna loosen up that defense, because now they don't think they have to just defend the pass.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 30. The Coyotes are now at the 30. It's going to be a 37 to the 37-yard line of the Javelinas. That is a First State Bank first down, ladies and gentlemen. The Coyotes are on a roll right now. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Shotgun is off. It's going to be an option pitch over to Abraham Ale, who fumbles the ball. We got Chris Rodriguez saw exactly when that ball was down and jumped right on top of it, tighter than a can on a pickle jar right there.
That was again that little pitch out. Ale needs to really force it. Oh, but there's a flag, and I think it's against the defense.
All right, let's see what the call is here. The referees are conferring right now. They are pointing to the 40-yard line. Don't know what that is all about, but they're conferring. Bob, so what do you think what do you think if the Coyotes do? Here's the call. It's going to be offsides on the Javelinas, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That nullifies the fumble from Abraham Ale on that option pitch to the near side of the field. So the ball will be placed from the 37 to the 32-yard line. It's going to be a second down and 5 for the Coyotes.
Here's an excellent opportunity to do an RPO, get him a little fooled, and see if he can get to the outside or a pass to the end zone.
Coyotes are marching down the field right now. They've had 1 first down at the moment. It is 9:07 left to go in the first quarter, all knotted up at 0. Fake handoff, end around to Jonathan Jimenez, who tries to cut up the field because there was contain that was made. He's not going to get anything there. It's going to be a third down and 5 for the Coyotes.
That play was smelled out by the defensive end on the other side of the field, and he was ready to corral the sweep.
All right, 8:46 left to go in the first quarter, all knotted up. It's the opening frame for this game live here in Crystal City. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer on the Coyote Pack broadcast, with my dad, Simon Pops Ortiz, your color commentator, UHS, class of 76, and former Coyote left guard. Shotgun formation again, twins on each side of the field. Abraham Ale still in the game. Shotgun, his snap is off. Abraham Ale picks up a blitzing end around, and Chris Rodriguez trying to find some room around the corner and gets a first down before he steps out of bounds. Great run by Chris Rodriguez.
Very good run. They had some pressure on him. He had to get out of the pocket, and then he saw that he needed to just take off to the sideline, and he got there.
Well, actually, the referee said that he stepped out of bounds a little bit earlier before he got to the sticks. So it's going to be a third down and 2 for the Coyotes at the 29-yard line. 8:17 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 right now, so it's third down. Actually, it's third down and 2. They haven't changed the sticks, and the referees blew the whistle. It looks like there has to be a correction that needs to be made right here, and a flag is also on the field.
I think they're going to call it on the offense, illegal procedure, something to that effect.
Yeah, and
it's going to be.
It's going to be on the Coyotes. We know that for certain. Here comes the referee with the call. He's waving the flag. He's picking up the flag. There is no flag on the play, so the Coyotes huddle up again. The ball is placed at the 29-yard line. It is a third down and 2. 8:17 left to go in the first quarter. Third down and 3 again.
It's 2-down territory, Al.
Penalty handed.
It really is.
All right, 2-down territory here. I mean, it has to be. The Coyotes are on a roll right now. They've
That's
had
right.
one first down already, and they've had some great yardage, great play calls so far. Crystal Rodriguez fakes the end around to Jonathan Jimenez, tries to get up the middle, and it's stuffed. That's going to be a 4th down for the Coyotes.
It's going to be a 4th down. I think he lost a yard or two. It's going to be 4th and 4 now.
So, I mean, what do you do here? I mean, you said it's 2-down territory.
You got to go for it, Al. You got to go for it. It's too far out for the place kicker, so let's go ahead and go for it. I think the defense played excellent last week against a high-powered team, and I think they can bear the responsibility.
All right, well, let's see what the Coyotes have in store here. Let's see what Coach Wade Miller cooks up here in the heat of Crystal City, Texas. Trips left for the Coyotes, snap is away. Rolling out is Crystal Rodriguez to the near side of the field, far side of the field. Caught is Jonathan Jimenez, but he fumbles the football, and it looks like it is going to be recovered by the Javelinas. He did have that first down, but then fumbled the football at the last second.
Yep, it was a hard hit. He didn't have it all totally in his hands. He did have it in his hands, but not. He didn't have it into his body, so they were able to strip it off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great play by that Javelinas defender to knock the ball loose from Jonathan Jimenez. So that turns a potential scoring drive where the Coyotes had the ball all the way down to the 28 from their starting position at their own 35. So the Javelinas are going to take the field right now. Flores is their quarterback. 2 wide receivers on each side of the field. The Coyotes have 2 linebackers, and it's going to be a false start. That wide receiver got a little too anxious there.
Number 12 for the Javelinas was moved. I think they're getting jitters here. Yep. It's going to be first down and 15.
And guys, the stadium is electrifying right now. The bands are playing. There's a lot of Uvalde Coyotes on the other side of the field. There's a lot of Javelina fans here who are wearing maroon, by the way, in support of Uvalde, Texas. Caleb Sanchez was the wide receiver who had the false start right there. So it's going to be a first down and 15 for the Javelinas. 7:32 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0, all knotted up in the opening frame at the moment. Ball is placed at the 18-yard line. Snap is away. The quarterback was looking at the wide receiver screen, then he decides to take it up the field for about a 5-yard gain. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10. Again, he's a dual threat, and he showed a little bit of speed there. We're going to have to make sure that we keep our reads and make sure that we don't let him get outside and burn us for a long run.
And it was a great play by the Coyotes cornerback, Alberto de la Garza, to take that screen away from them. It was a broken play from the beginning.
Yes, it was. Let's see what they have in store. Again, that defensive ends have to keep their reads and make sure he doesn't get outside.
6:58 ticking, 2nd and 10 for the Javelinas. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Flores rolls over to the near sideline, trying to find some room, gets to the sideline and does get out of bounds, but not before he gets a substantial yard gain. Got hit a little bit late there, and it's going to be a personal foul on the Coyotes.
Yes. He got outside again. He's got some speed, and we hit him just a tad too late. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to set him up in the around midfield.
Yeah, so he did get about an 11-yard run. It would have been a first down nonetheless, but it is a personal foul. So after that 11-yard run, it's going to be 15 yards are going to be tacked on. And you were absolutely right, Pops. The referee is slowing down and puts the ball into Coyote territory at the 49-yard line.
Again, we need to keep our heads, make sure we stay focused. It's not the end of the world. Let's stop them right here.
All right, bend but don't break. We say it almost every week right here. And it looks like a whistle is blown. They're going to make a little bit of an adjustment here. The referee was not ready, actually. So now he's ready. He blows the whistle, and the Flores, the Javelinas quarterback, gives a thumbs up, like, can I go now? Pan in motion over to the far side of the field. A fake handoff to the running back, actually a handoff to the running back, right up the gut, and gets over to the 43-yard line of the Coyotes. So it's going to be about a 2nd down and 4.
It was a straight dive. It looked like an RPO, but it was actually a straight dive. They did a good job of clearing the middle for him, and he got 7-8 yards. No, he got 6.
Yeah, but to your point, Pops, he's a dual threat quarterback. Even when he looks like even if he's going to hand off the ball, that makes everyone kind of freeze on their toes there.
Yes, they do. But here, let's see what happens here. They're going to try it again.
Hand off to number 12 right here. Let me call the plays, Pops. I know you're excited. I am too.
I am.
He did hand off the ball to number 12. Number 12 of the Javelinas, Caleb Sanchez. That's going to be a third down and short for the Javelinas at the Coyotes' 40-yard line. 5:52 left to go in the first quarter. No score quite yet. Both teams have had the ball. This is actually the Javelinas' opening possession. This is their opening drive. They're looking just as good as the Coyotes were looking, driving the ball down the field into their opponent's territory. Two wide receivers to the far side of the field, two running backs in the shotgun formation. Fake handoff. Flores throws to a wide receiver, to his running back. It was a running back screen. Crosses the 20, crosses the 15, all the way down to the 13-yard line. First down and more, and also the Javelinas are in scoring position.
They faked a dive inside, and the other running back went on a little flat screen. He just had plenty of room to run.
Yeah, he got behind the defense. I mean, the Coyotes saw that it was a pass, so they just charged up the field and forgot all about the running back behind the line of scrimmage, and he just found a lot of open room to run. Shotgun formation again for Flores. Flores takes the snap, actually hands off the ball to number 12. Number 12 gets up to about the 10-yard line, and it's going to be a second down and about 7 yards. Let's call it 7.
Let's just say bend and break, but don't break. Bend, but don't break. I think we've done an excellent job of doing that previously and in previous games. I think we're going to be able to do that this time.
It's going to be 2nd down and 7 at the Coyotes' 10-yard line. 4:52. This first quarter has gone down quickly. It's almost over, and both teams have had the ball once. Right now, the Javelinas have the ball for the first time in the game. That's how long the Coyotes' drive was, but they turned it over with a Jonathan Jimenez fumble. Shotgun snap is off. Looking as Flores. Flores finds an open man across the sideline. Tries to get to the first down. Extends the ball, but doesn't quite get there. So it's going to be a key 4th down and inches, it looks like.
It's a bad. We've got a bad angle here, Al. And
yeah.
I don't know if it's.
They're not calling a change just yet. It is a first down. He just barely made it. So now it is officially a 1st down and goal for the Javelinas.
That brings the Javelinas closer. Another Javelina first down.
Goal line stand. That's what all we need to do.
There we go.
Stand.
Optimism, golden optimism. Two wide receivers to the far side of the field, and it's a direct snap wildcat formation to the running back. Tries to get and eke his way towards that goal line, but does not break the play. And it's going to be a 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line.
He might have gotten half a yard. Let's see what happens here. They did one of those wildcats. Now let's see what number 4 has in store for us.
Pops, you talked about some injuries in the pregame show, the Texas Farm Store pregame show. Elizondo, number 44, their defensive end is out this game. So
yes, number 36 is in there for him. Let's see how he's the next man up. Let's see how he does.
All right, shotgun again formation. One running back behind the wide, and a beautiful stop in the backfield by Chris Rodriguez. A loss of yardage is going to be a 3rd down and goal at the 2, maybe 3-yard line. Great tackle by Rodriguez.
He shot in there. It was a run blitz, and he was able to crack the middle of the line and come in and drop him for a loss.
Rodriguez was the mastermind and the driver of the previous possession for the Coyotes, and now he might have actually possibly saved the touchdown on that play. Pops, what do you expect the Javelinas to do here?
3rd down, they're going to fake dive inside, and I think number 4 is going to try to use his speed to get through the outside.
Okay, so there's one running back in the backfield. That is going to be number 28 for the Javelinas. That is Jared Urrubaso, the running back. The snap is off, pass is off to the far sideline, and the running back for the Javelinas crosses the goal line, and it is a touchdown for the Javelinas. 6-0 Javelinas.
They had the quarterback at the 8-yard line. They had him at the 8-yard line, and he spun out of the tackle, and that gave the running back enough time to get clear and be open for a touchdown pass.
The pack of Coyotes just looked like they were going to swallow up Flores, the Javelinas quarterback, but he managed to escape that pressure and found a running back on the far side of the field all alone. It looked like the cornerbacks thought that the Coyotes were going to get a sack, so kind of stopped on the play there. But it's a touchdown pass from Flores to number 28, Jared Urrubaso, officially. Field goal unit is on the field to tack on the extra point for the Javelinas and put the cherry on top of that drive. Kick is away, line drive, and it is a wide right. That's big. It's 6-0 still. 2:48 left to go in the first quarter.
That's a big one. That's a big one. It's going to put him behind as far as getting the extra points. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get this ball back and drive.
Indeed. Let's see what happens after this quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. The Coyotes are lining up for the kickoff, but Pops, you have something to say.
Yes, their kicker was short this last time. I hope the Coyotes will adjust and put somebody that can really return the ball in the middle of the field around the 30, 35, and see if we can get a good return.
Well, it looks like they did this last time. The Javelinas pretended like they were going to break out of the huddle and kick the ball right away, but then spread out, fan out across the field in their regular kickoff formation. Jonathan Jimenez is back for the kick. The kick is away, and it is another short kick, just like you imagined, Pops. It is scooped up by Damian Rivera at the 25, bobbles it a little bit, tries to cross the 20, backs up over to the 15-yard line, and it was a vicious tackle. Helmet popped off, and it's going to be a face mask on the Javelinas there.
There's offsetting penalties out. There's one in midfield, which usually is a holding on the offense, on the receiving team. And there's the one over there where the young man just yanked the helmet off.
So we may have to do this all over again.
We might have to.
Offsetting penalties. 2:39 left to go in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, it is 6-0 Javelinas. A missed extra point by the Javelinas kicker, and it was a touchdown pass after driving all the way from the Coyotes from their own 18-yard line, and it was a 82-yard drive officially for the Javelinas. A touchdown pass from their quarterback. Flores, my apologies, Carlos Flores to Jared Urubaso. So let's see if the Coyotes can answer here. They did have a productive first offensive possession, and the penalty is offsetting. It is a face mask and a holding, but I don't think they're going to do the kickoff over again, are they?
I don't think so. I think they're just going to call it dead at the point of the tackle.
Okay.
The penalties offset each other.
Well, let's see. Yeah, both special teams units, the kickoff for the Javelinas and the kick return for the Coyotes, are both jogging off the field at the moment. So it looks like they are going to. No.
Yeah, they're going to re-kick.
They're going to re-kick it. Yep. Okay. A little bit of confusion there.
You know, I think that we need to adjust. We need to. We have found out that their kicker is not kicking it all the way back there. We need to get some returners in the middle of the field and bring this back as best as we can.
I'm going to bet you a Whataburger they kick it far this time.
Let's see.
No, okay, yeah. I like a number 5 with jalapenos, cheese, and a strawberry milkshake with some onion rings.
No. Mine is going to be a double, no cheese, with some avocado.
Okay, all right, let's see. A lot on the line here. Besides the Coyotes win, that's the most important thing. But some Whataburger between father and son. 2:39 left to go in the game. They are re-kicking after offsetting penalties. Face mask by the Javelinas, holding by the Coyotes. 6-0, 2:39 left to go in the game in favor of the Javelinas. They do it again. They pretend like they're going to kick the ball immediately after breaking up the huddle, then mosey on out and spread out the kicking team. Here comes the kickoff, and it's another short kickoff. I owe my dad some Whataburger. Picked up by Josh Verdusko. Verdusko gets up to the 40-yard line. Great field position for the Coyotes at their own 40-yard line to start their second drive of the game.
Good return. We're starting at the 40-yard line. We've got 60 yards to go. I know these kids are going to respond. I really do feel it.
They were fired up to start the game. Then after a fumble on a 4th down and 6 that would have gotten the first down, you would think that would be deflating, but that energy is still apparent on the Coyotes sideline. Be that as it may, 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. That's going to be a trips left for the Coyotes. Abraham Ale again in the backfield. Brody Carnes back in at quarterback. Throws over to Jonathan Jimenez in the flats, but it's dropped by Jimenez.
It was a beautiful pass. He was wide open. He had some room to run. He just took his eyes off the ball before he could secure it, and the ball came off.
Hurry up offense for the the Coyotes right now. Trips left again. Jonathan Jimenez is one of the wide receivers, as is Jared Hernandez. Brody Carnes again back in the game, takes the snap, two-step drop back, throws a rainbow over to the far sideline, and it's a jump ball, and it's going to be an interception.
No,
it's not an interception. It is caught. It is caught by Jared Hernandez on the far side of the field. It is a catch on the far side of the field. The ball is officially placed.
The
umpire called a catch initially. Now there's a conference, and now it's an interception. They changed the call to an interception, and that is going to put the ball again in the Javelinas' hands at the 27-yard line.
You know what? The referee closest to the ball called it Uvalde. The referee in the middle of the field called it Crystal City, and the referee that was furthest from the ball overruled the one that was closest.
Yep, some menudo there, some home cooking possibly. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. This starts their drive at the 25-yard line. Snap is away for Flores, who throws a similar ball far down the far side of the field again, and it's intercepted by the Coyotes. Alberto de la Garza takes the ball right back from the Coyotes. Similar play that the Coyotes ran that did the Javelinas, and the ball is going to be placed at the Coyotes at their own 40-yard line where they stopped after the kickoff.
That was deja vu. It was the same play going the other way, the same exact play, and but it was different colors. Okay, let's do it.
It's just, that wasted some time. I mean, the ball is back at the 40-yard line where the Coyotes got the ball initially after the kickoff from the Javelinas. 2:13 left to go in the game. 6-0 Javelinas. Brody Carnes takes the snap and throws it out to Damian Rivera, who catches the ball and gets about a 4-yard gain. The ball is going to be placed at the 44-yard line, and a flag is on the field again. Things might be getting a little chippy here. It might be a face mask. His helmet is off.
The Javelina, the young man was a little too, let's say, enthusiastic in grabbing his helmet and throwing it off.
Yeah, Damian Rivera's helmet popped off there for a second after the catch was made, so I would be surprised if it's anything but a face mask on the Javelinas. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Coyotes. Let's see if that is the official call. And it is a personal foul on the Javelinas. The face mask signal was not given, but I mean, I couldn't imagine it to be anything else.
Well, when you grab the helmet and you yank it off, that is a personal foul.
It is, but it's also a face mask. The rule dictates that anywhere on the helmet is technically a face mask. I'll take back my Whataburger bet.
No, you don't. No. I'm looking forward to my Whataburger.
Ball is placed at the 42-yard line for the Coyotes in Javelina territory. 2:01 left to go in the first quarter. Brody Carnes looking down the field, finds Jonathan Jimenez on an out route. Jonathan Jimenez makes a move, stutter steps, crosses the 30, and over to about the 26-yard line. That's going to be a first down. First State Bank first down for the Coyotes.
First State Bank first down. It's cash in the money at First State Bank.
Cash in the money at First State Bank of Uvalde, Texas. Thank you for sponsoring the Coyote Pack broadcast. If you're just joining us, 1:48, the final seconds ticking from this first quarter. 6-0 Javelinas. Ball is at the 26-yard line for the Coyotes. At the Javelinas 26-yard line. Brody Carnes rolling out, almost getting sacked, throws it over to the far sideline of the field where wide receiver Jonathan Jimenez catches the ball and then gets walloped out of bounds.
He was walloped, but he held on to the ball. And now it's only second down and 3 instead of second down and 10.
Yep, and the ball is going to be placed at the 20-yard line of the Javelinas. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the near side for the Coyotes. Abraham Ale still in the game at running back. Brody Carnes in the game at quarterback. First drive was Chris Rodriguez as the quarterback. It looks like they're switching tonight. Brody Carnes taking a 2-step drop back, throws over and almost intercepted again is the ball, but Damian Rivera snatches it away from that Javelinas defender for about a 2 to 3 yard gain.
It was a 2 or 3 yard gain, but a very hard fought game. I think Brody is a little hurt. He's going to come off, and Chris is coming in.
Yeah, Brody Carnes walking off gingerly to the sideline. It is going to be a 3rd down and 2. 41 seconds, under a minute to go in the first frame, the initial frame of this game. The Javelinas scored 6-0, so that's what they lead by. 3 wide receivers over to the far side of the field for the Coyotes. Abraham Ale in the game. And Devin Franklin, the only wide receiver on the far side. It's going to be an offsides, by the way. The snap is off. Offsides on the Javelinas. Chris Rodriguez runs it between the tackles for about a 1-yard gain. Doesn't matter. It's going to be an offsides on the Javelinas.
I think he got enough for the first down, but it doesn't matter, like you said, because there was offsides, and it's going to be 5 yards and an automatic first down.
And the sun is in the eyes of these referees. They are conferring at about the 28-yard line of the Javelinas. Here's the official call. Before he gives the official call, he's going to confer just a little bit more. Just by the way, if you're wanting to sponsor the Coyote Pack broadcast, reach out to Robert Miguel at Robert at UvaldeRadio.net if you want to sponsor our Coyote Pack broadcast here and be a part of a winning tradition. So it is going to be an offsides on the Javelinas, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty that places the ball at the 13-yard line of the Javelinas. Automatic first down. First State Bank of Uvalde first down for the Coyotes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First State Bank.
All right, and it's a wildcat formation for the Coyotes. Abraham Ale is going to take a direct snap. Looks like the way they're bunching on the far side of the field looks like it's going to go that way, and it does indeed go that way. Abraham Ale cuts up, draws over close to about the 7-yard line for a third down and about 6 for the Coyotes. Second down and about 6 for the Coyotes.
It's going to be very.
Yes,
they can make a first down. So yes.
Last tackle.
There is a timeout on the field now.
Oh, timeout on the field right now? Actually, no. That is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. That puts the first frame of the 4 in the books. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. We are at the tipping point, or the top of the second quarter. 6-0 Javelinas. The Coyotes are on the march. Here come the Coyotes. Chris Rodriguez in at quarterback. Ball is at the 6-yard line, 6 yards away from the score. Chris Rodriguez runs over to the far side of the field
touchdown.
And pulls into the end zone for a Coyote touchdown.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. It was just, hey, we're coming at you. We're coming at you, and you're not going to stop us. There was no finesse to that play.
Yeah, no, you forget the penalties, forget the interceptions. Let's just run it down your throat.
That's right.
Let's put all 5'11", 220 pounds of Chris Rodriguez and just run it up the gut. It was amazing. No pomp, no circumstance, no frills, nothing like that. Snap is off for the extra point. Kicker kicks the ball, and it's right through the uprights for number 15 of the Coyotes, DeVere Willis. Great kick, and that tacks on an extra point, and that puts the Coyotes up 7-6 over the Crystal City Javelinas. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more Coyotes football. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. We're in the early stages of the second quarter. Coyotes are up 7-6 after a Chris Rodriguez 6-yard touchdown run. Onside kick by the Coyotes. It did not go all across 10 yards, though.
Yes, it did.
Did it go across all the way 10 yards?
Yes, it did.
It went across 10 yards, and it is going to be Coyotes football. Gutsy play call by Coach Wade Miller with the onside kick after a kick after a touchdown.
It was exactly 12 yards, and it was recovered by the kicker himself. He hit it straight, and it just dribbled down 12 yards, and he picked it up running. Of course, he cannot advance it. It can only go the distance where he picked it up, and it was 12 yards.
That is DeVere Willis, who just the previous play split the uprights to tack on the extra point to give the Coyotes a lead, then comes back and kicks an onside kick and recovers the football. It's amazing. The Coyotes are starting this drive at their 48-yard line. Whistle is blown. Looks like the referees don't know what the referees are doing. The kicking tee still on the field, so Brody Carnes throws it over to the sideline, showing off his arm strength there.
There you go.
All right, two wide receivers close to the press box. Two wide receivers over to the far side of the field. Abraham Ale in the game. Brody Carnes still in the game. Shotgun is away. Two-step drop. Throws a deep ball over to the middle of the field on a post route to Damian Rivera, but just misses him.
Number 10 was open. It was to number 10. He was open, but he was overthrown by Brody. But it was because he had two guys coming in on him, and he had to release the ball.
Yeah, the pocket was clean at first, but then collapsed. So 2nd and 10 for the Coyotes at the Javelinas 48-yard line, just barely in Javelinas territory. Abraham Ale again at the running back. Two wide receivers far side of the field. Fake handoff. Brody Carnes flushes over to the far side of the field and looking for an out route, but finds his receiver, but finds him out of bounds.
It was out of bounds. If he had, Brody's a little nicked up. If he had a healthy ankle, I think he could have run for a few yards, but he really is a little nicked up.
Instead, it is a behind-the-chains situation for the Coyotes. 3rd down and 10. Coyotes are up 7-6 and have the ball back after a beautiful onside kick. Gutsy play call by Coach Wade Miller. 11:33 left to go in the half. Early stages still of the second quarter. Trips left for the Coyotes. Snap is away. Brody Carnes looking at the right side of the field and is sacked quickly by the Javelinas defenders. Two Javelinas defenders didn't have a lot of time there, Pops.
They had a double blitz from the cornerbacks. They just released and they didn't care about the wide receivers. They just came in. They were unblocked, so Brody didn't have any time to throw the ball.
So after a brilliant call by Coach Wade Miller to kick an onside kick, a little bit of a disappointment here. It's going to be 3 and out, 4th down and 20 for the Coyotes. Nothing to do here but punt the ball away, and that is what they are doing. Chris Rodriguez back in punt formation. He's probably one of the best punters I've seen in a long time. He just sends up parabolas one after the other. Let's see if he does it here. A little bit of a lower kick and a shorter kick, bounces over to and it's a fumble by the return man, but he picks it up immediately. Ball is going to be placed at the 19-yard line of the Javelinas.
It was a low punt, but it was directional, so he really didn't have a good handle of that ball when he grabbed it. He dropped it, and he had to go back and get it, and we were there to pick him up.
Yeah, it would have been great. A lot of stuff has been happening in this first half. I mean, it's going to be a really tough summary at halftime here, and we'll get to that in a second. I have said that Abraham Ale has been in at running back. That's because Jaden Gonzalez, the starting running back for the Coyotes, is out for the game, according to Coach Miller, who did talk to Pops earlier this week. Javelinas have the ball at the 19-yard line, shotgun formation, and it's going to be 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Snap is away. Florida's trying to find some room, and it's a little bit of a claustrophobia over there. This is going to be up to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 2 for the Javelinas.
Very well defended by the Coyotes. He didn't have anywhere to go. He just put his shoulder down and got 2 yards.
In fact, John Elizondo is out for the game, and number 33, Devin Brown, is in the game as a substitution and made that play on the tackle there. So brilliant piece of defending by Brown there. To 2nd down and 7 for the Javelinas. 10:09 left to go in the half. Coyotes up 7-6. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Snap is away. Handoff is to the running back, who tries to get up to the left side of the field, to the right side, and only gets 1 yard. 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Javelinas.
3rd and 6 is going to be very crucial that we keep the quarterback contained and make sure he doesn't throw to the flat.
Let's see what the Javelinas cook up here. They're making a couple of substitutions. Coyotes, no substitutions. Alberto de la Garza over here, standing alone. He's on an island. You talk about cornerbacks, and that's Alberto de la Garza Island over there. He's had a great season so far. Shotgun formation for the Javelinas. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. 3-step drop back for Flores. Flores tries to find a wide receiver and overthrows him at the 30-yard line. 4th down and 6 coming up.
Overthrew him because he was covered, so he had to throw it way outside, making sure that none of the Coyotes could get to the ball. But it was incomplete. Now it's going to be a punt. Let's see how good of a punter he has.
Yeah, let's see. Two Coyotes return men over here. That's going to be Damian Rivera, number 10, and Alberto de la Garza, who had just mentioned, number 23. Let's see which of them gets the ball and if either of them can make a play right now to get some good field position. As of right now, I mean, the Javelinas are punting from their 23-yard line, so they're going to get some good field position unless it's a stellar pro type of punt. And the ball is sailed over the punter. It's in the end zone. The punter's trying to pick it up, and it squeezes out of the end zone for a safety. Ladies and gentlemen, that puts 2 more points on the board for the Coyotes. It's going to be 9-6.
9-6. That ball was it was about 4 feet over the young man's head. I think the snapper was a little too anxious.
Yeah, a little too anxious there. It's 9:17 left to go in the half. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Coyotes up 9-6 with that safety. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakimas Broker.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just joining us, the Coyotes are up 9-6 right now. The safety, just before we went to commercial break, the Javelinas were punting the ball, but the ball sailed over the punter's head into the end zone and squeezed out of the back of the end zone, and that's a safety because the ball was called dead at their own end zone. That ends up to be 2 points for the Coyotes. And also, actually, Pops, you have something to say to that.
Yes. Now they have to punt from the 20-yard line. Now we're going to see how good of a punter they have.
Yeah, just because the Coyotes scored, it's not like a field goal or, a touchdown where the Coyotes kick the ball away. After a safety, the team who got the 2 points gets the ball back. So the Coyotes get the ball back no matter what. And here come the Javelinas with their usual breaking of the huddle and pretending to kick the ball immediately. They are back in their regular kickoff formation. Jonathan Jimenez, if you can notice, Pops, has inched up. He's anticipating a short kickoff, and he is going to get the ball at about the 40-yard line. Crosses the 45, up to the 50, into Javelina territory. Finds the 40-yard line, finds the sideline. There's nobody to beat. Crosses the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown, Coyotes, baby. Jonathan Jimenez. Talk about Jonathan Jimenez and that lightning quickness.
Did you notice I didn't say yes? I did not. No. I'm not going to do that because my chili girl doesn't like that.
Yeah, my daughter is Selena, and she's hot and spicy, so she's a chili girl.
Yes, sir. That's my granddaughter.
Yes, and we're referring to Pops' yeses. He likes to say yes a lot, and you know what? He's trying to cut down on those, as we both are. This is our first season doing any of this. It's amazing. We're having a lot of fun. We hope you all are too. Touchdown, Coyotes, and here comes the extra point from DeVere Willis. DeVere Willis with the kick and splits the uprights just like he did last time. That makes it 16-6 Coyotes. 9:02 left to go in the half. We're gonna take a.
You know what I like about this, Al? It's a two-possession game.
Two-possession game. The Coyotes haven't been up by 2 possessions. No, they have.
Yes, they have.
And they came out of that game with a win. So the Coyotes are up 16-6. 9:02 left to go in the half. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. The stadium is playing. Girl, you really got me now. The Coyotes really got us in an excitement mode right now. They're up 16-6. If you're just joining us, there's 9:02 left to go in the half. The Coyotes just scored on an ensuing kickoff after a safety. Jonathan Jimenez showing some great vision and speed on the kickoff return, finding the sideline quickly and into the end zone. Kickoff is away for the Coyotes over to the Javelinas. Return man up to the 31, and that's where he'll be stopped cold by number 9. Number 9 of the Coyotes, Elias Ramirez.
That number 9 just stuck that young man. That was a great solo tackle. And you know what? He would have gotten a couple more yards if he hadn't done that.
Yeah, and number 9 doesn't look like a big player. Elias Ramirez doesn't look like a big player, which means, hey, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
That's correct.
That's what you tell me.
He's got a big bite, though. That number 9 has a big bite, I tell you.
The size of
what's his name again?
Elias Ramirez.
Elias Ramirez.
Number 9. Number 9, the same number as the water boy.
That's right.
Like had a lick. Shotgun formation, snap is away, handoff to the running back, crosses over to the 31-yard line. It's going to be a second down and about 7 for the Javelinas at the 33-yard line.
Okay, so the Javelinas are trying to establish the run because they're feeling a little bit of the heat. They don't want to get any further behind. They want to keep the ball away from the Coyotes. So they're going to try to run that ball, do that RPO, fake the inside or do the inside and then try the quarterback on the outside.
8:28 left to go in the half, 16-6 favor of the Coyotes. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 1 lone wide receiver to the near side. Looks like it's going to be an offsides on the Coyotes. Someone jumped too early. Pitch, it's going to be a pitch option, but the quarterback keeps it, runs up to about the 38-yard line. No flags on the field.
I don't see
no flags on the field.
Wow.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and 3 for the Javelinas. I was certain on that blitz that Chris Rodriguez at least had a neutral zone infraction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third down.
All right. Making up for that home cooking we heard.
They took the menudo off the stove.
It's a bad batch. Bad batch.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that again.
No, it was a bad batch.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It's 3rd down. Very, 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 very important that we stop them, get the ball back, and keep the pressure on.
Keep the pedal to the metal. 7:41 left to go in the half. 16-6 advantage Coyotes. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, and there's a timeout, or actually it is a timeout on the Javelinas. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. 7:34 left to go in the half. 16-6 all Coyotes. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Al Ortiz, and with me is my color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, UHS class of 76 and former Coyote left guard, number 67 himself. We're out here in the beautiful brush country of Crystal City, Texas, and the Javelinas are lining up for a crucial 3rd down on their own 38. 3rd down and 3, 7:34 left to go in the first half. Coyotes up 16-6, man in motion. Snap is away. Quarterback rolls over to the far side, reverses field, and finds nothing, gets sacked by number 3 of the Coyotes, Patrick Mejia. He found nothing.
Patrick was coming in on a blitz. He was coming from the cornerback spot, and he flushed him out of the pocket.
Yeah, he flushed him out of the pocket. Then Florida's reverse field found contain, like you talk about.
Yes.
Contain by the Coyotes, reversed back, and then Mejia was already there. There was nowhere to go.
Now they have to punt, and they're in the same spot where they were, basically in the same spot where they were when that punt sailed over the punter's head.
All right, well, let's see if it happens again. Ball is placed on the 34-yard line of the Javelinas, 4th down and 7, and there's plenty of time for the Coyotes to do something before they go into the half. 6:49 left to go in the first half. Pops?
They changed the snapper,
okay.
And that's why they called. Well, the Coyotes called a timeout, but they were late in getting the play in, and they changed the snapper. So, and then I don't know why, but the Coyotes called the timeout.
Well, let's take a timeout ourselves. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together. Every red-blooded one of you. Shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul. Together. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank. Poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. The timeout was called by the Coyotes, and it looks like the Coyotes are going to just kind of shake some things off. This is a crucial play, 4th down and 7. Javelinas have the ball at the 38-yard line. They're punting again to the Coyotes. Plenty of time for the Coyotes to do something offensively and get some extra points before the half. They're up 16-6. Again, 6:49 left to go. Punt is away. Flag is down. Booming punt all the way to the 20-yard line. Caught by Damian Rivera, who takes the ball up to the 25, trying to find some room, tries to make a juke, gets tackled at about the 30-yard line. But let's see what that flag is all about. What do you think it is?
It might be a illegal man downfield.
Well, let's see what happens here. Not sure what exactly it was, but I mean, as soon as the ball was snapped, that yellow just kind of just was thrown up in the air quite emphatically, honestly.
The ref is asking the Coyote side. It looks like they're looking at the Coyotes to see what they want to do, but it might be that he's talking to the other ref. I don't know, but they're discussing the dirty laundry.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
Yes.
And it is going to be on the Javelinas. The penalty is going to be declined by the Coyotes. So the Coyotes will start at the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. 6:35 left to go in the first half. They're up 16-6 right here. All right, 2 wide receivers, far side of the field. Abraham Ales still in the game for an injured Jaden Gonzalez, who did not suit up for this game, according to Coach Wade Miller. Fievel Sanchez gets down the center. Fievel Sanchez gets the ball, waits for, and actually he I said Fievel Sanchez's name. I think I jinxed him. He snapped the ball a little too soon before Brody Carnes was ready, so it's going to be a false start on the Coyotes.
False start on the Coyotes is going to be 1st and 15. We need to just get some yards, get back to manageable down and distance. So let's see what the Coyotes can come up with at 1st and 15.
Yep, 1st and 15 for the Coyotes. Ball is at the 25-yard line. 6:35 left to go in the half. 16-6, all Coyotes so far, ladies and gentlemen. Coyotes are huddling up right here. Substitution is made. Number 43 of the Coyotes coming out of the game. That's Brian Lee. Let's see what exactly they do here. Devin Franklin goes over to the far side of the field. Jared Hernandez, who's been quiet tonight, and he's usually their leading receiver. Actually not Jaden Gonzalez, he is injured. Abraham Ale in the game. Brody Carnes takes the snap and throws a far ball over to the 50-yard line. But it looks like, it's handsy. Cornerback got a little handsy. It's going to be a defensive pass interference, even though it was an incomplete.
It was a pass interference. It's not like in the pros where they give it to them at the point of infraction, but it is a first down.
It's a First State Bank first down.
First State Bank first down.
Cashing the money, and that's what the Coyotes have been tonight. All money, all the time. 6:27 left to go in the half. 16-6 Coyotes. Ball is at now the referees are still conferring again. It takes them a long time to confer, I've noticed, in calling these high school games. If there are any first-timers out there tuning into UvaldeRadio.net, yes, we know it's our first season calling these games, so a little background for station identification. UvaldeRadio.net first launched mid-July 2019, dedicating its programming to a wide range of genres, but has since shifted its entire programming to country music, specifically Texas and red dirt country. Listen live at Live 365, broadcasting My Turner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio. Looks like the penalty was on the Coyotes, Pops.
No, it was offsetting, holding on the line, and then the pass interference, offsetting. They're redoing the down.
Here we go, 1st down and 15 once again. 6:27 left to go in the half. Coyotes are up 16-6. Brody Carnes making some adjustments at the line, talking to his 2 wide receivers on the far side of the field. Snap is away. Brody Carnes runs over to the far side of the field, throwing it over to an out route to number 80. That is going to be a completion, and it's going to be about a 9 yard gain.
It's going to be for a 2nd and 2 now. That's a great play.
That's Sebastian Avila who made that catch right there. It was a great falling catch right there when he was about almost a 10 and out there.
Yep. So it's 2nd and 1. He got 14 yards. So we're in excellent position. We've got 5:58. We've got plenty of time to run the ball and get it downfield and leave no time for these people.
Jared Hernandez, the wide receiver closest to the press box. Brody Carnes fakes the pass, hands off the ball to Ale. Ale maybe loses a yard. 3rd down and 2 for the Coyotes coming up.
the Javelinas were a little lucky because they were doing a blitz, an all-out blitz, and they ran right into the play. So it was being at the right place at the right time.
3rd down and 2 for the Coyotes. Number 20, Abraham Ale comes out of the field. One would have to surmise that number 28, Malachi Castano, his backup, is on the field because, in fact, actually, no, there's no running back, actually. The Coyotes are putting a lot of big bodies on the far side of the field, and Chris Rodriguez is in, so he's going to run to that side of the field, and he trips. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what exactly that is. It might be a hold against the Coyotes, actually. So let's not get too excited. What do you think, Pops?
It looks in the area where they call holding. So yeah, I'm not holding out too much hope that it's against the defense. So let's see what happens here. It's going to be 4th down. I think we need to punt, but if it's against us, but let's see.
Well, actually, here's the thing. Do the Javelinas? No, it's offsides. Offsides against the Javelinas. A fortuitous turn of events for the Uvalde Coyotes. Offsides on the Javelinas. It does not bring up a 4th down. It's going to be a First State Bank first down at the 43-yard line.
I'm tongue-tied. But, okay, let's do it. Come on.
Same formation, Chris Rodriguez in shotgun. They're putting a lot of big bodies on the far side of the field. Chris Rodriguez fakes the run, throws over to the far side of the field to a streaking wide receiver down the sideline. That is Quentin Gant, but it's an incomplete pass.
It was a little underthrown. If he let him just about 2 more yards, Gant could have outrun the defense and made the catch.
And that's not exactly what happened, though, so it's going to come up to a 2nd and 10, 4:52 left in the game.
Wishful thinking.
Wishful
thinking.
Providing a little bit of disturbance.
Wishful thinking, yes. You're right. And then we are all ever the optimists for our Uvalde Coyotes. 4:52 left in the half. 16-6, Coyotes are up. Trips right for the Coyotes. Brody Carnes scanning the defense, which has one safety high, actually, and it's going to be another false start on the Coyotes here, and it's going to put them back for a 2nd and 15 at their own 38-yard line.
It was. I didn't see it. I didn't see the movement, but I guess there was. And the thing is that we're trying to draw them off sides to gain some yards, and it backfired on us because Brody was doing a hard count, and that hard count drew our people off instead of the defense.
All right, so the Coyotes are going to line up 2nd and 15 at their own 38. Trips right for the Coyotes. Brody Carnes with a 2-step drop, throws over the middle of the field to a slanting Jonathan Jimenez, and it goes right through his hands.
He was covered. He had 2 guys on him, and they were going to wallop him. And that would have been a hard ball to catch.
Yeah, I mean Brody Carnes has a cannon for an arm, so that was definitely something hard and something that not a lot of people could catch, honestly. So if he caught that, he had a lot of real estate ahead of him.
Yeah, he did, but it was so hard that he wasn't able to catch it.
Yeah, 3rd down and 15 for the Coyotes. 4:36 left to go in the half. Let's see if the Coyotes can get some miracle here. It's going to be a reverse and a flea flicker reverse. Pitch back to Brody Carnes, and the Javelinas were ready for it. Sacked Brody Carnes at the 20-yard line. 4th down and a mile for the Coyotes now.
We got a little too fancy for our pants. We did.
Fancy pants.
Yep. We just got a little too fancy. That sweep looked like it was open if he had kept the ball, but his instructions were to give it to the reverse, and then the reverse was going to give it to the quarterback, and they were there.
If you're a coach, you want the play to unfold as it should, just in case. So that's what happened, and it did not have the effect that it had intended. Punt is away by Chris Rodriguez on the 4th down and about 30 or 40. Beautiful kick, and it's a fair catch because he just always. The last punt was an exception. It was short, it was low. This one was textbook.
Textbook. He had some room to run, but it was going to be so hard for this young man to be able to catch the ball and concentrate on that thing coming down and then run. So he said, I'm just going to make sure I catch it. Mm-hmm. He did the fair sign and caught the ball.
The importance of Chris Rodriguez kicking the ball to look like a St. Louis arch is that it gives time for the coverage team to get down the field. And it's just a beautiful thing watching Chris Rodriguez punt. All right, so that makes it a 1st down and 10 at the Javelinas 47-yard line. Ball is away. Handoff is up the middle, and it's a 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard gain.
Great play by the interior line. They did not move. They just waited there for the running back to come in, and they got him.
What's more impressive is that the line has done a good job stopping the run. And yes, Pops, what's going on?
We've got one of our the linebacker, number 21.
That's
Rendon.
Justin Rendon is hurt. He's wearing number 21, as we all know, as an honorary as a captain, and as an honor to the 21 Angels that we lost. He's limping pretty bad, going over to the trainer's table. Meanwhile, on the field, it is second down and 8 for the Javelinas. Snap is away, receiver slant and misses him, overthrows him.
The pass to Javelinas.
It was way off. The pass was way off because we had a cornerback blitz, number 10 or number 20, 30. Number 30 came in and just walloped the quarterback. He didn't have time to throw. He just threw it out there, but it was way off target.
And that is Daniel Chapa over there, a senior defensive back for the Coyotes. Alberto De La Garza getting substituted for number 5, Devin Franklin. Don't know. I mean, does De La Garza look like he's limping to you a little bit, or I mean, it looks like he was, but yeah. Well, let's see. Let's talk about it after this play unfolds. Third down and 7 for the Javelinas. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. It's going to be a swarm around the quarterback, and a flag is down. Incomplete pass at the moment.
That's in the area of holding. Let's hope it is, but it's going to be 4th down and 9. I would decline it.
If they held, they didn't hold them good enough. There was about 3 Coyotes there around the quarterback in an instant. So it is a hold on the Javelinas. Let's see if the penalty is going to be declined. And it's going to be declined by the Coyotes. So 4th down and 9 coming up. 2:57 left to go in the half. Coyotes are up 16-6 after a flurry of exciting plays that we'll dig into in the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show.
That was a good decision by the coach. We've got 2:57 to work with. Let's get the ball back and let's see if we can score one more time.
All right, let's see who is back in the punt return. And it's going to be Damian Rivera, number 10. Jonathan Jimenez was the punt returner in the punt that he took back for about 70 yards there. 60 yards, my apologies. So the punt formation is settled for the Javelinas. Snap is away. Kick is off, and it's a low line drive kick that goes over to the sideline and peters out at about the 21-yard line of the Coyotes.
It was a directional punt, and he didn't have any chance to get it and try to return. So it was very wise of number 10 to not touch the ball.
Well, now the Coyotes have a little bit of a journey if they want to get their points before they enter the half. 2:49 left to go. They are up 16-6, and they have a 79-yard drive to go if they want to get points on the board.
You know, it reminds me when they had that long drive, but they're going to where they threw it 40, 45 yards, and all of a sudden they were in scoring range. They're going to have to be very careful with the blitzing from the outside.
Quentin Gant is the lone receiver to the near side of the field. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Brody Carnes looking at a blitz, but they do not come, actually. Throws a wide receiver screen at Jonathan Jimenez, who makes a move and dashes up to about the 30-yard line for a 2nd down and 1.
They are bringing the pressure. They're bringing just anybody, and sometimes they go in unblocked. But we're
bring on the Coyotes, number 1.
The coaches are planning for that now.
All right, Brody Carnes hurries up to the line. 3 wide receivers now to his right. He looks at those wide receivers, finds a slanting Damian Rivera, who gets leveled, but holds on to the ball.
He was down.
Actually, no, he was down, and then when he hit the ground, he lost the ball. And actually, they're calling it an incomplete pass. If he caught that ball, that would have been played. The ball would have been placed at the 45-yard line.
It was.
Actually, there's one referee who was calling incomplete, but one calling a catch, and they're just respotting. They're respotting the ball. So one referee overruled the other. It is a catch by Damian Rivera. The ball is being placed at the 44-yard line. Coyotes 1st down and 10. First State Bank of Uvalde 1st down. 2 wide receivers on both sides of the field. Brody Carnes ready for the snap. 2-step drop back. Finding some pressure. Trying to evade the pressure and gets tripped up at the 40-yard line for a loss of about 4.
They're bringing it. They're just bringing it. They're just
tripping up the quarterback, number 14.
The Coyotes need to realize that there's going to be a blitz every single down.
Yeah, and I mean, they're getting there too.
Yeah.
They're getting there. So, I mean, there has to be some sort of a blitz pickup adjustment that needs to be made at halftime right now, because every time Brody Carnes steps back, it seems like he's getting some sort of pressure. Brody Carnes has about 1:29 left to go in the half to get a score. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Brody Carnes runs to that side of the field and finds a wide receiver in the middle of the soft part of the defense for about a 5-yard gain. That is number 81 to Daniel Pettis.
Very good down. It's going to be third and 6, Al?
It's going to be about 2nd and 6, Pops. Actually, yeah, 3rd and 6 for the Coyotes at the 48-yard line.
I'll give the defense of Crystal kudos. They hit hard.
They do hit hard. The wide receivers have taken a beating, but have caught a lot of balls too. Timeout, Crystal City. 1:15 left to go in the half. Coyotes are up in this game 16-6. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful Coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. 16-6 advantage Coyotes. 1:09 left to go in the half. While we were away, the Coyotes did go up into formation. Brody Carnes found Damian Rivera for a first down, so it is now a 1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Javelinas. In Javelina territory, Brody Carnes 2-step drop, tries to run up the middle of the field, finds some daylight, keeps going in that daylight, a lot of running room, crosses up to the 35-yard line for a 1st down for the Coyotes. Frustration by the Javelinas defenders as a towel was thrown.
14 for the Coyotes.
He got away from them right in the pocket, and he was able to squirt out right in the middle, and then he got the 1st down.
23.
Yeah, I mean, and again, more pressure. I mean, that was not a design play. That was not a design running play, but he made the most of it. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field, and it looks like again Abraham Ale, who has not come out at all during this game except for 1 substitution, it seems. 1 wide receiver to the near side of the field. Snap is away, no handoff, no drop back. Throw is over the middle to a wide open wide receiver, but just misses him inches away. That would have landed them in scoring territory.
And he would have scored. It was just there. It was there.
Well, he landed just short of the.
I think so. Yeah,
he landed just short of the goal line.
I'm not going to bet you a Waterberg for that.
Just double or nothing here, Pops. Come on now.
No.
2nd down and 10 for the Coyotes. Ball is at the 39-yard line. 32 seconds left to go in the game. Coyotes are up 16-6. If they're going to put more pressure on the Javelinas going into the half, now is the time. Let's see what Coach Wade Miller has in his bag of tricks. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. The 1 wide receiver to the near side, and again the snap is off. Brody Carnes rolling to the far side, throws it to a wide open Damian Rivera, but finds nothing right here.
The pass to number 81 is incomplete.
It went right through his hands. It was a little behind him, but still it was catchable. But again, it's 3rd down and 10. Let's get the 1st down, and then let's see what we can do with 25 seconds left.
All right, 27 seconds left, like you said, Pops. 3rd down and 10. Ball is still at the 34-yard line of the Javelinas. Guys, we are so sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties here. We won't get into that. But the Coyotes, while you were away, the Coyotes did have the ball at a third down and about 10. And on the field, it is now fourth down after a couple of shots towards the end zone there. So it looks like we're going to have to, punt the ball again. 13 seconds left to go there here in the half. 16-6 Uvalde Coyotes. Not sure what they're going to do here. Actually, I am pretty sure they are going to punt the ball, but when the Javelinas get it back, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to do anything with it. So it might be, barring a miracle, 16-6 going into the half for the Coyotes. Well, it is fourth down and 20, and the Coyotes are going to do something with it. They're going for it. Brody Carnes in shotgun and finds more pressure, steps up in the pocket, evades a lot of Javelinas, and finds a wide receiver at the 28-yard line, but he's going to be short of the first down.
And we have 2 seconds left, so it's going to be hard for them to do anything. It's 2 seconds left for the half, and so
just going to kneel the ball. Just going to kneel the ball. Yeah. So let's see what happens here. I mean, they are going to kneel the ball. It's coming up on our halftime show, though. Stick with us. We do apologize for the technical difficulties there. Not sure what happened. We did fix it. We did notice it. So again, to summarize, after we got off the air, after we had our technical difficulties, during that time, the ball was placed at the 34-yard line of the Coyotes. And Brody Carnes has been facing pressure all night. They sacked him. It was a 4th and 20. They went for it on fourth down, and that was about it. The Coyotes had a chance to score. They looked like they were rolling, but stalled at the 34-yard line of the Javelinas. Now the ball, after a long pass from Brody Carnes to number 80, Sebastian Avila, the ball is placed at the 28-yard line of the Javelinas. The Javelinas don't look like they're going to kneel it here with 2 seconds left to go in the half. Not sure what exactly they're going to do. Ball is snapped, and there's pressure, and it's a sack by the Coyotes, number 8. Who else? Chris Rodriguez to end the half. 16-6, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to get into the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show. Stick with us. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack. Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently. differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with a salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com. Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com. It's time for the Medina Electric Halftime Show. Medina Electric Cooperative, built by this community over 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. Proud to be part of this community and to continue to serve beyond the power lines. And now your hosts, Simon and Al Ortiz, on your home for Coyotes football, UvaldeRadio.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast and the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show. If you're just joining us, the Coyotes are up 16-6. It was a wild first half, to say the least. I'm going to give you a quick scoring summary here. Chris Rodriguez kicked off the scoring for the Coyotes on a 60-yard run after the Coyotes marched the ball down the field. They did march the ball down the field pretty well, and especially in their first opening possession. But after a fumble by Jonathan Jimenez, the Javelinas picked up the ball and scored on a 60-yard pass from quarterback Carlos Flores to running back Jared Urbaso. So that's when the Javelinas went up 7-0. Then, 6-0, because they couldn't tack on the extra point. It went wide right for the Javelinas. So the Coyotes got the ball back. Chris Rodriguez went in after the Coyotes took the ball all the way down to about their 6-yard line, and it was a beautiful piece of running by Chris Rodriguez right up the middle. No frills, no fancy stuff, and it was a beautiful, again, just like trucking through a bunch of Javelina defenders across the goal line. He didn't even have to reach the ball out. He just, his whole body was right over the goal line. After that, after a couple of interceptions back and forth from the Coyotes to the Javelinas did have the ball, punted the ball away. to Jonathan Jimenez at about the 35-yard line. Jimenez then crossed the 40 and found a little bit of daylight on the far side of the field, and then it was a foot race from there on out as he found the sideline and outran everybody. Shades of the home opener against Eagle Pass win. After that made it the count 14 to actually the safety happened before Jonathan Jimenez scored on that punt return. So before that, the Javelinas were punting the ball again, and the ball sailed over the punter's head and squeezed out of the back of the end zone, making it 9-6 Coyotes. Then, on the ensuing punt to Jonathan Jimenez, that's when that electrifying run took place, which brings us to the 16-6 score that's currently on the board right now. Circuitous route on my part, but the Coyotes are up nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to kick it over to you, Pops. High-level thoughts.
Great job, Al, on giving the summary. You know, the Coyotes did very well. It took them a little time to get going. That first drive, they went down the field, but they stalled. Again, it's the trying to get the mental focus back in. But what I like is that they're getting back into the regular season. They're getting back into football, and they're picking and choosing where they're going to attack. Now, the one thing that they're going to have to solve for the second half is how to stop that pressure coming in from the blitzes.
Yes.
That is what really putting a kink into the armor for us.
Yeah. You know, and it was amazing too, because Brody Carnes found a lot of open receivers, but he was getting a lot of pressure, which, you know, Brody Carnes left the game last week against the Poteet Aggies, and he left early, was on crutches, and he's still walking a little bit gingerly out there.
In fact, he left for a couple of minutes there in the first half because he re-injured his ankle. I don't know if they retaped it or he felt better to come back in, but he came back in, and he was throwing very well, but he didn't have enough time. They were blitzing from left, from right, from the middle, from the outside. You know, it was cornerback blitzes, it was safety blitzes. I'll give Crystal City credit. They have a good defense, and they're aggressive, and they hit hard. There was a couple of passes that normally our offense could have completed, but they hit so hard that, you know, if I was a wide out and they were coming at me like they were coming at him, I would think twice before I caught that pass.
Yeah, and according to Dave Campbell's review of the Javelinas before the season started, they do have a speedy defensive backfield, and you saw that here on the field today. You saw interceptions because they were keeping it. We have fast receivers. Jared Hernandez, Damian Rivera, Devin Franklin. You know, the list goes on and on and on. And you know, we have some speedy track star receivers, and they were keeping up with them. The defensive backfield of the Javelinas, interceptions, hard hits, and then you go back to the defensive blitzes, the cornerback blitzes. They're getting to Brody Carnes like it's like he's 2 feet away.
And again, it's because of their speed. They can make up so much ground that it's hard for Carnes to get away from them. So it's going to take some adjustments by the coaching staff, the offensive coaching staff, to figure out all these blitzes and give Brody a little more time to be able to throw those passes, because they were open.
And now,
they were
fans,
open.
get on your feet.
You know, and Pops,
cheer
let's
on
go
the
over from the offense to the defense. And we apologize, guys. If you're just joining us and you weren't able to listen to the pregame show, the Texas Farm Store pregame show, we are on the top of the press box. It's a very small press box here at the Javelinas Stadium, and so we had to get on the roof, and we're right next to the speakers right now, so we're having to raise up our microphones, raise up our voices, but it's giving me a lot of energy.
Hey, we got it covered. We have it covered.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be very interesting to see what our defense can do we were just 6 points. That's all they had.
Yeah, that's all they had.
So our defense is doing a great job, just like they did last week.
Yeah.
Our offense needs to settle down and solve the blitzing problem. And I think one of the keys is going to be for them to run the ball a little bit more and try to do some sweeps and get out there and to keep those cornerbacks and those safeties honest.
You know, Pops, another thing I saw too is that so Flores is a dual threat quarterback. You talked about it in the pregame show, the Texas Farm Store pregame show, and you talked about the importance of contain, especially with John Elizondo out for the game. His backup is actually number 33, Devin Brown. Honestly, their contain on Flores has been pretty good. He hasn't gotten a lot of big plays on the ground.
No, he hasn't. Like I said, we don't need to be talking about the defense, although we can be talking about how good they're playing. What we need is offensive answers to the blitz. And I'm very confident in our coaching staff. I think they're going to be able to fix that out.
Yeah, well, these kids play their tails off. I just wanted to give the defense some love, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm giving it to them. They have it under control.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. On the flip side, we're going to get to the Uvalde Memorial Hospital injury report. We're going to have Ryan Teague, as always, give us the lowdown of what's going on the field, what he's seen, and what players we can expect to be a little, maybe not 100% in terms of health in the second half. Stick with us. You're listening to the Medina Electric Halftime Show and the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Charlotte.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. You're listening to the Medina Electric Cooperative Halftime Show. Welcome to the Uvalde Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Again, guys, we are in the press box. We're not in the press box. We are on top of the press box on the roof, right next to these very loud speakers, and the halftime show's going on. Of course, we love that because we are all about the fan experience. But now that the halftime show looks to be settling down a little bit, let's get talking about some injury updates. With me is Ryan Teague, physician's assistant at Uvalde Memorial Hospital. Ryan, how's it going, my man?
It's going great, Al. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, of course, always. Thank you for taking the time out. If you guys have never listened to one of these segments before, Ryan actually volunteers his time, goes out every Friday night to just make sure that all of our Coyotes are healthy, ready to play. When there's injuries, he tends to them. Just all-around great guy, Ryan Teague, giving back a lot to our Uvalde community here. He's also one of my best friends too, so I have to give him some love.
Al, you're a great guy, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ryan. All right, what do we have in terms of injuries? Anything you can report on?
Well, nothing new so far this game. A couple of scrapes on the turf, a couple of cleats, kind of normal stuff. We've got from last week, senior running back, 22, Jaden Gonzalez. He's could go, but we're handling the game, so he's there just in case.
Okay.
44, our junior defensive line, big presence in there.
The mighty Javelinas
got a little
band
ankle
is under
issue
the field
too, so he's
direction
wearing a little
of
protective
head
boot,
drum
just
major
precautionary.
Should
be good next week, I think.
Okay, that's Jonathan Elizondo, right?
Maria Sanchez and Xavier
Augie Aviles,
Zavala.
our lineman, tight end, sprained his ankle too, but he looks like he's rapidly recovering. So all these guys are doing well. They're doing their rehab. The training staff that you Coyotes have are doing a great job.
Members of the week.
So everyone that you listed right now, they're not playing in the game. But Jaden Rodriguez is he has suited up.
Yeah, he's suited up. He could play if he had to, but we're
Tonight, the mighty Javelinas band will be performing part 1
ready to
and
go
part
if
2
needed,
of their
but looks like we're
UIL
doing
show
okay.
entitled
Okay, well that's great to hear.
Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Ollie's stepping in,
Sarah De La Fuente.
so we're doing all right. And I'll say also, Chuy Vasquez, number 40, is really been blowing up a lot of plays. He's
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's been nice
doing
nothing the first half.
Well, that's always good to hear, though. It's always good to hear that that we don't have a lot of injuries that happened to this game, right? Or we don't have any injuries that have compounded this game. You know what I mean? So that's always good to hear. We're really happy about that. Again, we apologize for the noise in the background. We are on top of the press box. We are on top of the press box next to these big speakers right here, and it just keeps getting louder and louder and louder. It's quite irritating.
It's a little loud, but the breeze is nice.
The breeze is nice.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother us too much during the game when we're calling the game.
Yeah.
But of course, the halftime show that's going out on the field, you have to hype them up, right? The stadium announcer has to hype them up.
Big speaker right in front of us.
So he's being a little bit louder here during halftime to hype up, all of these these cool halftime shows.
He wants all the Uvalde fans on the other side to hear him. It's just a special night for them.
Well, in case you couldn't hear Ryan was talking about how Chuy Vasquez, who's the backup for the injured John Elizondo, is blowing up a lot of plays. We did talk about how they're getting better contain on Carlos Flores, who is a dual threat quarterback for the Javelinas. So, all right, Ryan. Well, I mean, how's the field condition down there? It looks like it's every game we've played away. It looks like it's AstroTurf down there.
Yeah, this turf's nice. It's some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. That doesn't seem like they're slipping or getting stuck. So I'm happy with it. You worry about some of these old. I don't know how old this turf's been there, but I can tell you I played on turf in college and it was awful. But this seems pretty nice for these guys.
Yeah, I did play on turf as well. And when you get tackled on turf, it's like you're getting tackled on a carpet.
Yeah.
And it's like rug burn all over the place.
Yeah, there's some rug burn going on, and it definitely feels bad in the shower later. But doesn't slow them down during the game.
I love it. All right, well, Ryan, any final thoughts, even on the game itself?
I think that we've had really good opportunities, just, a touch here, a touch there, where we'd be up bigger. We gave up that first touch on. I thought it was a little fluky, but, they're looking good, and I'm happy how they're playing.
Yeah.
The guys have energy tonight. Just seems like they got their energy back from last week, so...
Yeah.
I'm happy so far, and hopefully it continues to be a very slow night for myself and Dr. Connolly.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the Texas Farm Store. It was a hard week for them last week, and a lot of emotions. And it looks like they're back to being more energized. And of course, it's going to take a toll on any teenager going through all of that.
Yeah,
right?
They're kids, man, and they've been handling everything really well. They had a big weekend last weekend. I think some of them were looking forward to that Texans game instead of their game, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, it was a cool experience for them. I would have gotten distracted too.
What a great time.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again to Ryan Teague, physician's assistant over at Uvalde Memorial Hospital. This has been the Uvalde Memorial Hospital halftime injury report. Uvalde Memorial Hospital, better health starts here. On the flip side, we're going to go over a couple of scores and what the Coyotes needed to do to finish this game, top it all off, and go home happy. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need: feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713, and find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com.
All right, you're back. We're back at the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. Pop, you had something to say right before we got out of commercial break?
No, I didn't. I just, I'm so happy that we're up 16-6, 2-possession score. So that's good. But we need to keep the foot on the pedal. We need to stop them. They have the ball first in the second half. We need to stop them, and then we need to bring it in.
All right, yeah. So we'll get into your analysis in just a second. I thought you had something to say before, because I couldn't hear you. There's a lot of stuff going on here on the field, so we're really happy about that. We love that fan experience. But before we get into the first half analysis, Pops, let's get into some scores from around Texas high school football. I'm going to start with you, and then we'll kick it over to me, and I'll give mine too.
Okay, I'm going to give some scores from around Uvalde, around our area. Brackett is up 31-0 on Comstock. Let's see, Poteet and Pearsall are tied at 14-all. The Eagle Pass win is behind Laredo Nixon 34-7. We've got Divine and 14 and Hondo 0. We've got Cotula 24, Carrizo 7, Sabinal 34, Peters 0.
Sabinal. Uvalde County, baby.
Yes.
Represent.
Yes. Dilley has 7 and Freer has 6. And San Antonio Memorial has 0 and Tonian has 28.
All right, that sounds good. Dilly. If y'all remember those Bud Light commercials back in the day. All right, guys, my scores right here. I have some district scores. I have LaPryor 43. Taking it to town on Benavides, 43-0 at halftime. We used to say back in the day, Nifu Nifa.
That's right. That's
back in the Valley. Back in the Rio Grande Valley, Nifu Nifa, where I grew up. All right. Randolph 21, Kennedy 0 at halftime. Bernie also at halftime 28, Gregory Portland 7. So Bernie up big on Gregory Portland down there in Corpus Christi. Nueces Canyon tight one with Vera Best. Nueces Canyon behind 12-13 to Vera Best. Second quarter, not quite at halftime yet. And finally Somerset up on Beeville 20-7 also in the second quarter. All right, Pops. So it looks like the teams are taking the field. Before we get back into calling the game, what do the Coyotes need to do in the second half, and how are they doing on your keys to the game?
Solve the blitz. That's what they need to do. They have to solve the blitz. My keys to the game was the dual quarterback. They have pretty much done that. They need to keep doing that in the second half, which is keep them from having long runs or keep them from throwing long passes. That's the first key. They got that one done. The second one was the mental mistakes. We had one or two, I really think we would be up a little bit more if we hadn't had that one interception and that one fumble. But still, it's a lot better than what happened last week. And the third one is basically to keep their foot on the pedal. So let's see how we can do this in the second half. We're going to kick off to them. We need to stop them, not let them have any kind of cheap touchdowns.
All right, well, that ends the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show. We're going to take a 30-second quick commercial. We're going to take a quick 30-second. Sorry about that. We got a little distracted here trying to figure out some of the bells and whistles that bring us to you. So that's the end of the halftime show, and the Coyotes are lining up again for a nice kickoff here. Let's hope it's a nice kickoff and pins them deep in their own territory, the Javelinas. Ball is away, and the ball is sailing, bobbled by the return man at the 20, picking it up and getting over to the 25, but not much more, and that's where the Javelinas are going to start. A pack of Coyotes getting...
tackle, but it's taken down by pack of Coyotes.
All right, guys. I don't know what is going on here. We're having some technical difficulties. It might be the reception that we're getting here in Crystal City. Not quite sure, but we're going to keep on going. And if we do have any other interruptions, we might make some adjustments here. So, but be that as it may, we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on moving forward with this adversity. 11:36 left to go in the third quarter. Just the start of the second half. 16-6 here in Crystal City, Texas. Second down and 3 for the Javelinas. Ball is at the 32-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Man is in motion. Snap is away. Handoff up the middle to the running back, who finds a lot of room and finds a little bit of daylight more across the 50, across the 45 to the 46. First down, Javelinas.
That was a quick opening dive play, and there was just a big hole to run through. He got some good yards.
Yeah, and as you can hear on the large speaker system here at the stadium, it's a first down for the Javelinas, a big first down. That was about a 15-yard carry for the Javelinas, number 28 for the Javelinas, specifically Jared Urabaso. Second down and 10, ball is at the 46-yard line. Coyotes come out with 3 linebackers. Usually they have 2. Now the linebackers are spread out. A man in motion for the Javelinas. Handoff again up the middle to Urabaso, who finds nothing this time. Second down and 10.
No yards. It was a good play by the defensive line. They just created a wall. There was nowhere for him to go.
All right, guys. 10:39 left to go in the third quarter. It's just the infancy of the third quarter. 16-6 Coyotes. Second down and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line. The Javelinas are kind of slowing down a little bit here. They're not rushing to the line of scrimmage. They're getting their thoughts together in the huddle. Let's see if that is a halftime adjustment that goes on the rest of the game. Handoff again up the middle. 3 plays up the middle, but the Coyotes are ready. Loss of 2 yards. Third down and 12 for the Javelinas.
You know, they're trying to establish the run. They're trying to slow down the Coyotes' pass rush, because they were having problems with that also.
All right, guys. Third down and 12. 9:51 left to go in the third quarter. 16-6. I do have a backup. If I am a little bit slow on the call, I do have a backup Wi-Fi hotspot that we could serve our purposes well here. So apologies for that. But 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Third down and 12 at the 44-yard line. Quarterback is flushed out to the near side of the field. Tries to throw it away. Does. And that brings up a fourth down and 12 for the Javelinas. Ball is going to come back to the Coyotes quickly.
You know, that could have been, he was in the grass, but they didn't call it, but it's still 4th down, 4th and 12. Let's see. No, I'm not doing any home cooking.
Yeah. Home radio cooking.
There you go.
4th and 12 for the Javelinas. There is 9:24 on the clock for the third quarter. They are going to go for it. Man, they go for it for a lot in high school football. No, they're not, actually. Pops waving me off. There is a punter in the backfield, actually. It did look for a second like they were. Punt is away. Damian Rivera back to get the ball at the 20-yard line. Toss to the 25 to the 30. Has a lot of real estate ahead of him to the 40 and up to the 45-yard line. Great return by Damian Rivera, number 10 there.
The punter outkicked his coverage, and it gave our receiver room to get a good run back.
All right, let's see if the Coyotes on their first possession of the second half can tack on more points and expand their lead. Right now, their lead is 16-6. 9:11 left to go in the third quarter. Ball is officially placed at the 42-yard line. He was out of bounds before he got to the 46, according to the officials. All right, 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, and it's going to be 1 wide receiver, man in motion, 1 running back, hand off to the running back, Abraham Ale. Doesn't get much yardage, 1 yard gain, second down and 9.
Positive yards, Al. Positive yards. It was only 1 yard, but that's going to keep the defense a little more honest when the time comes.
2nd down and 9 for the Coyotes. 8:55 left to go in the third quarter. 16-6 advantage Coyotes. If they're going to put some points up on the board, you would want them to do it now so the pressure can be on the Javelinas the rest of the game. Coyotes break the huddle. Both teams are starting to become a little bit slow and not really pushing the tempo here. Let's see if that's a trend the rest of the game. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Brody Carnes looks like it's going to be a pitch over to Abraham Ale, who doesn't find much room, but still gets down across the 45 to the 46. It's going to be a 3rd down and 6 for the
Coyotes. 3rd and 6, it's manageable. It's manageable. We can do quite a few things. He has a lot of plays that the coach can call. And it's not going to be that long where he has to basically pass. So let's see what coaches come up with.
Let's see what Coach Wade Miller has in his bag of tricks, what he can cook up, and let's smell what he's cooking here. Coyotes will huddle up at the 40-yard line. Ball is placed at the 46-yard line. 7:57 left to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Coyotes. A key third down here. Abraham Ale, the running back, in the backfield. Brody Carnes rolls over to the right, comes over back to the left, and tries to find running out of space, gets into the sideline, throws it away, and that's going to be a 4th down and 6 for the Coyotes.
It was designed to be a play to the far side of the field. Somebody came in, he had to scramble and reverse his field. The play was busted up at the line again. It's the pass rush that's getting to our offense.
And you talked about that in the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show. That's what they need to improve upon, is that pass rush. Brody Carnes is getting no time to find his very talented wide receivers. So let's see what adjustments they can make there. Punt is away from Chris Rodriguez on the 4th and 6. Fair catch called by the Javelina returner, and the ball is going to be spotted at the 25-yard line of the Javelinas.
Excellent coverage by number 30 and number 43. They were there. If he didn't do an excellent, if he didn't ask for a fair catch, he was going to get creamed.
Well, excellent job on the fair catch.
Yes.
He definitely would have been creamed. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. While you were away, the Javelinas did run a play, but only for a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Javelinas here. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Coyotes are up 16-6. Javelinas have the ball for the 2nd time in this second half.
Excellent containment by the end on the far side. He was able to keep the quarterback inside.
2 wide receivers over to the near side of the field. Same amount of wide receivers to the far side. Carlos Flores looking at the Coyotes defense with only 2 linebackers in the nickel formation, as they do. Wide receiver screen to the near side of the field, and the Coyotes are there to stop it. And there's a fumble on the play. Let's see if the refs call a fumble. If they do, it looks like the Coyotes covered it up. And they're going to call it down, unfortunately. But nonetheless, great tackle almost automatically by number 30 of the Coyotes, Daniel Chapa, the senior defensive back.
He flew in there. It was a screen play to the wide receiver, and he just came in and didn't give him any chance to get any kind of speed up on running upfield.
And that gives the Javelinas a 3rd down and 10. 6:24 left to go in the third quarter. Javelinas haven't done much on this possession. They might go a 3-and-out here. Don't want to jinx it, but man in motion to the far side of the field. Snap is away. Flores running over to the far side of the field, trying to find a wide receiver, throws it away as he ran out of room on the far sideline.
Yes, he didn't have anybody open. He was running out of real estate. He was either going to be sacked and have lost yardage, so he just chucked it out of bounds.
4th and 10 for the Javelinas here, so the Coyotes are going to get the ball back for their second possession of the half. Damian Rivera back at the 40 to receive the punt. You know, honestly, I'm surprised Jonathan Jimenez isn't out there. Nothing against Damian Rivera. He's a great punt returner, but you want to give it to the hot hand. Jonathan Jimenez had a touchdown on a punt return after the safety, too. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Damian Rivera can work the magic of his own. Punt is away to Rivera. Rivera feels the punt at the 40-yard line. Gets a block up the 50, over to the 48, 47, and 46 of the Javelinas. Great field position for the Coyotes and a stellar run back by Damian Rivera.
Excellent return by Damian Rivera. He just took it upfield. He didn't juke. He didn't try anything. He just went upfield and he got good yardage.
And he got a good block too. I don't know. I couldn't see who that number was, but he freed him up to get an extra 10 yards on that return.
We are in Javelina territory. We need to score.
Yeah, I mean, and it's you're absolutely right. They need to score here. They need to get some points on the board to extend this 16-6 lead that they are enjoying at the moment. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes at their own the Javelinas 46-yard line. Pressure again on Carnes. Great blocking by Ale to keep that running back off. Okay, it looks like Jonathan Jimenez is going to get the ball, and he turns on the Jets, almost gets it across to the 20-yard line of the Javelinas. Let me recap what happened there because I got a little tongue-tied, but Brody Carnes had some pressure. Ale gave him a little bit of time. Brody Carnes threw across his body in the middle to Jimenez, who ran yards after the catch up to the 20. It was a beautiful piece of running by Jimenez.
It was, and he is fast. He is fast, but that showed that the Javelinas have some fast people in the defensive backfield.
Yeah,
that young man was able to catch up to him and just grab him by the shoelaces.
I mean, he looked like he was about to score. I mean, he just turns on those Jets every time, and he's a home run threat every time. Trips right for the Coyotes. 1st down and 10. First State Bank first down. Hand off to Ale, who dashes to the 19-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 into the red zone for the Coyotes.
In the red zone now, we need to come in there and just it's a 2nd and 6. We need to go for just throw it to the end zone. We've got enough real estate to get behind the defense.
That's very true. That's a good point, Pops. 4:52 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 16-6 Coyotes. They are in the red zone within striking distance to extend their lead. Let's see what Coach Wade Miller does here. Trips right for Brody Carnes. Brody Carnes scans the far side of the field, takes the snap, goes to the far side of the field. Great block by Ale again to give him some time. Throws it over to Devin Franklin for a Coyotes first down. First State Bank first down at the 10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First down again. First State Bank.
Cash money, baby. Cash money
That's
in
right.
the bank.
That's right.
That's 2 plays in a row that Ale has staved off danger for Brody Carnes to give him time to throw.
That was his job, and he did it to perfection.
3 wide receivers over to the right side of the field. 1 wide receiver to the far side. Ale again as the running back. Takes a step back, gets the handoff, Ale does. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, does, and also turns his legs to get a little bit more. And what a great, gritty piece of running by Ale to get up to the 8-yard line.
He had about 4 Javelinas on top of him, and he took them with him.
At first, it was great that he got back to the line of scrimmage. Then he was just like, you know what? I think I'm going to apple pick 2 more.
I think we've got the Wildcat in there, Al.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I think so. Let's see what happens, and we do. Well, I mean, it's technically a Wildcat formation, but Chris Rodriguez is a quarterback. But every time he gets the ball, he runs automatically. 2nd and goal for the Coyotes, and Chris Rodriguez does get the ball, takes up the middle, and almost scores and scores. Oh, nope. Actually, she falls just short of the end zone. And there's a fight going on right now at the 10-yard line, and they need to break that up right now before these. And there's a flag, and just as I was about to say, they need to break him up before a flag goes. A flag comes flying right there.
Yep. And tempers are flaring, and these young men need to just calm down.
All right, well, before that, though, Chris Rodriguez took the snap and ran behind his left guard there. Pops was a left guard, so he could appreciate that. Ran behind his left guard, and his left guard had a great block and followed him all the way down to about the 1-inch yard line. It's hard to see the Coyotes not giving Chris Rodriguez the ball here on a direct snap up the middle again, Pops.
Yes, but let's see what they're going to do. I think it's going to be offsetting.
3rd and goal.
It was after the play, so it is offsetting.
Yes, so it's still 3rd down.
So it's still 3rd down and goal at the 1-inch yard line.
I see a Chris Rodriguez special right here.
And Chris Rodriguez is still in the game, too. So 2 running backs in the backfield with him, too. So not sure what exactly is going to happen here. Chris Rodriguez goes under center. We never see them go under center. And he snaps the ball, quarterback sneak. He bulls forward with all his might, and it doesn't get in. It's going to be 4th down and inches. They just simply stuffed him there.
Yes. He didn't have any room to be able to get some speed going. So it was just too hard right there. He needed to have be back about 2-3 yards to be able to get some speed.
That was the first time I've seen the Coyotes go under center, even in scrimmages, too. 2:35 left to go. 2:35 left to go in the third quarter. 16-6 for the Coyotes. The Coyotes are going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. Here's the situation, a big situation. 2:31 left to go in the third quarter. Coyotes are up 16-6 and currently have the ball on the 1-inch line. Just smelling that end zone are the Coyotes like a beautiful, delicious breakfast taco on a Sunday morning. Let's see if they can punch it in and get some of that bacon and egg on a flour tortilla. Right now, Chris Rodriguez is still in the game at quarterback, and in the past two plays, he ran the ball. One to get it down to the 1-inch line, and one to try to get it into the end zone. Again, he goes up the middle of the field, and it looks like they might have been stopped short again, but there is a flag on the play. It might be an offside.
Offsides.
Well, let's see if Pops is right. We're hoping that he's right. More chippiness going down in the field. There was a fight going on before the commercial break, and still some more fighting going on.
We need to keep some level heads. You know, if they start fighting, don't fight back. Just let them get their aggression out and let them get the penalty.
And in fact, the referees are bringing the two teams together and saying, fellas, calm down. Calm down. So let's see what the flag was, though. Not sure what it is.
It was offsides. I just saw the ref call it.
All right. Well, Pops said it. So let's see if that is indeed the call, which it probably will be. And then Pops will nod his head in a cocky way, and we'll go up.
No, that would be 2 Whataburgers.
No, I didn't even say that. Offside. I didn't even bet that. Offsides it is officially from the referees. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal. Replay, fourth down. You can't get closer to the end zone than this. Half the distance goes from the 1-inch to the half-inch yard line. Chris Rodriguez back in the game. I mean, again, he's going to take the snap and go up the middle unless they do some trickery here. And they do not do trickery, but they stuff Rodriguez at the 2-yard line. That was a goal line stand if I ever saw one.
That was a goal line stand. And, you know, it took too long to develop. Number 7 was on the outside. And he just knifed in, and because it took so time to develop, they were able to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris Rodriguez is a great runner, and he did get the ball down. He got the Coyotes down to the 1-inch yard line behind his left guard Joshua Ibarra, who had some great blocking there on that play. But after that, 2 straight tries at the 1-inch yard line and couldn't get it in. 3 if you're counting the penalty that basically got that play off of the record books.
Yes, what we need now is they're on the 2-yard line. We need to keep them there. So
all right.
It's going to be very, very important that we don't let them out of that hole.
Do you smell another safety? Let's see if it happens. 1st and 10 for the Javelinas at the 2-yard line. Quarterback takes the snap in the end zone, throws it to his wide receiver on the near side of the field, only gets to the 1-yard line. Might have lost some yardage there, Pops.
Almost. It's still at the 2-yard line. They're going to try to something again. No, it's not. It looked like it was going to be a hurry up, but they did not.
Yep, they go and they huddle up. They make some substitutions. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Coyotes are up 16-6. If you're just joining us, the Coyotes had the ball at the 1-inch line, ran 3 plays to get into the end zone. All 3 Chris Rodriguez's runs up the middle, but they could not get into the end zone. So the Javelinas have the ball, 2nd down and 10 at the 2-yard line. Snap is away to Flores in the end zone. Hand off to the running back up the middle, crosses the 10 and over to about the 12-yard line. Going to be a 3rd down coming up and 5 for the Javelinas.
It's 3rd down and 5. It's going to be on the 6-yard line. Let's see. We need to keep him in there. No more yards.
1:23 left to go in the third quarter. 16-6 for the Javelinas here. 3rd down and 5. A substitution is being made right now. Not sure what exactly is going on. All right, so they are huddling up. did look like they were going to about to fan out a little bit there, but the Javelinas have been huddling up all game, but they have been a lot quicker than this. They were a lot quicker than this in the first half. 3rd down and 5, a key 3rd down and 5 for the Javelinas here. Snap is away, and it's a fumble. Nope. It was going to be a fake handoff, and it chipped off of his running back shoulder. 4th down and 5 for the Javelinas.
Gonna have to punt. There's no other decision to make because they're in of the end zone and they just cannot afford to turn off the ball over right there.
All right, clock is ticking away in the waning seconds of the 3rd quarter. 30 seconds to go, 16-6. It still remains Coyotes' advantage. It looks like Damian Rivera is again back for the Coyotes, and no matter what happens here, unless there's some sort of miracle, the Coyotes are going to get good field position, especially because this punter, while good, is not as good as Chris Rodriguez. Not gonna lie.
They had to call a timeout. They were running out of time.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just tuning in to UvaldeRadio.net and you clicked that play button, we are 10 seconds away from entering the final frame, the 4th quarter. So only 10 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Coyotes up 16-6. 4th and 8 for the Javelinas at their own 4-yard line after a little bit of a fumble there on a botched fake handoff from Carlos Flores, the quarterback for the Javelinas, to his running back. So the punter is pinned deep into his own end zone. Damian Rivera ready to field the punt at about the 44-yard line of the Javelinas. Almost a block there. Short punt. Fair catch called by Damian Rivera, cradles the ball, secures it, and the ball is at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. That's where the Coyotes begin this drive.
And we have 1 second to go in the quarter. I think they're gonna. Well, they have one play that they're gonna have to run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, 1 second. Why not? It's. What do they have to lose? Well, let's just chuck it to the end zone. We're just so ready for the Coyotes to score right now.
Yes.
It's been so close.
Even though it's only 1 second, we need to have a nice, no desperation play, just a nice play to get some good yardage.
Okay, you're the level-headed one out of the two of us. So okay, let's go with that.
Yes.
All right. So 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. That's trips right for the Coyotes. Brody Carnes goes up to the line of scrimmage, barks out some instructions to his offensive line. Looking for the snap is Brody Carnes. Does get it, rolls over to his right side, throws it to Damian Rivera, who secures the ball, crosses over to the 30 to the 29.
And that does it for the 3rd quarter.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the Coyotes are entering the 4th quarter, up 16-6 over the Crystal City Javelinas here in Crystal City. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Coyote Pack broadcast. The atmosphere here in the stadium here in Crystal City, Texas, is amazing. We have some great Queen going on. We Will Rock You happening on the field, though. Brody Carnes takes the snap when a second down and 3, and gets sacked immediately all the way back, and it's going to be at the 37-yard line. 3rd down and 12 for the Coyotes.
It was again the running back Ale whiffed on his block, and Brody didn't have any chance.
You know, I mean, Ale has been doing really well on blitz pickups, so just there was a little lapse there. So hopefully he can. That was just the exception to the rule. We do remain optimistic. 11:25 left to go in this contest. 16-6 Coyotes. Brody takes the snap, goes over to the near side of the field, looking downfield, throws a dart over to the 15-yard line, comes up just short though, incomplete.
It was a little short. He could have, it was a little short, so it's going to be 4th down.
You know why it was a little short? The pressure that you talked about.
Yep. He had to run. He had to throw on the run. He couldn't set his feet, so it was short.
All right, so Brody Carnes is coming off the field, but it looks like he's talking to his offensive coordinator. So let's see if they do go for it on this play here, and they are, because Brody Carnes is coming back on the field. Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line of the Javelinas. So the Coyotes coaching staff feels that it is okay if they do not get this 4th down conversion. Brody Carnes, looking and scanning the field, takes the snap and does a pooch kick, but the play is blown dead by the referees. And it looks like it's a flag.
There is a flag on the field. I don't know if it's the defense or the offense, but there is something.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah, and
it's going to be on the offense.
Okay, it's going to be on the offense because the offense is coming off the field now. False start. It's going to be a 4th down and 17 for the Coyotes here. Definitely going. I mean, we thought they were going to go for it, and it was a designed pooch kick by Brody Carnes just to throw off the defense there and pin them back deep into their own territory there. But Chris Rodriguez comes in nonetheless. Up man checks with Rodriguez to see if he's ready for the snap. Chris Rodriguez says yes. Snap is away. Chris Rodriguez puts all of his leg into this one. Nice rainbow over to the 20-yard line. Takes a neutral bounce, stays on the 20-yard line, then peters over, trickles over to the 18-yard line where the Javelinas will start.
Anything behind the 20-yard line is good, Al. I think it was a good punt.
Yep. And as always, Chris Rodriguez with a good punt.
Yes.
And he is money in all the facets of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams, ladies and gentlemen. 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Coyotes with the advantage, 16-6 after a couple of touchdowns. One special teams touchdown, speaking of special teams.
Yes.
Jonathan Jimenez returning a kickoff return after a safety.
Well, let's see if they can then get the ball back really quick, because we need to score one more just to make it a little comfortable and just coast the rest.
Put a little bow on this thing,
yes.
Right? All right, here we go. 1st down and 10 for the Javelinas at their own 18-yard line. 10:58 left to go in the 4th quarter. Flores finds his running back in the flats, crosses up to the 25, and it gets over to the 27 for the moment. For the time being, it is a 1st down, but there's a flag on the play.
There was holding on number 78, so it's going to come back, I think.
It's coming back. 1st down and 15. It's going to be after this penalty right here. Not sure if so wait, hold on. You said that there was one offensive lineman who did you see who he held?
Yes, number 8.
Oh, go on. Again, Chris Rodriguez.
That's right. That's correct.
Maniac all over the field. He has to be held. There is no other way you can stop him. Javelinas.
On Crystal City.
And it is indeed a holding. Javelinas are backing it up. Ball is placed at the 14-yard line from the 19-yard line. 1st down and 15. If you're just joining us, it is 10:49 left to go in the 4th quarter. 16-6 for the Uvalde Coyotes, looking to go up 3-1 in their 2022 campaign. Let's see if they can do it. They're in good position right now. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 1 running back in the backfield. Again with the shotgun formation for Flores. Hands off the ball to his running back. Running back doesn't get anything, is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. third down and 15.
Third down and 15. It's excellent play by number 40. He read his keys and he came in and grabbed the running back.
All right, so it's going to be a loss of yardage, actually. So it's going to be, and it's not a third down, our apologies. It's going to be a second down and 17 after that loss of yardage there. So now they're pinned back even more, Pops. Do they call a run blitz on this, or even just a blitz in general?
It's going to be a blitz. They need to put some pressure on the quarterback. So he won't have enough time to read and try to get it to an open man.
Justin Rendon back in the game after a slight injury in the first half. Quarterback throws the ball over to the far side of the field, and it's going to be almost intercepted by Juve Esparza, number 2, the defensive back. No flags, clean play.
It was, he was on him. There was no way. It looked like he was the receiver, and the receiver was playing defensive back.
Disturbs his pass.
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. It looked like it was a pass to Juve himself.
That's right.
Third down and 15. Third down and 17 for the Javelinas here. They keep going back and back and back. They need to put together something if they're going to get this game into a one-score territory. 9:52 left to go in the fourth quarter here. Javelinas break their huddle, head up to the line of scrimmage with a trips right formation at the moment. Motion man again over to the far side of the field, so it's going to be a trips left for the Javelinas. No backs in the backfield. Flores takes the snap, is immediately flushed to the near side of the field, throws it over to the sideline, tries to find a man, but throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He ran out of space, and he had to just chunk it and throw it out of bounds. So, it was excellent defense, and Coach had something in mind when he had that defense out there.
And, Chuy Vasquez, who's replacing John Elizondo at a defensive end because Elizondo was hurt, was in the backfield along with Chris Rodriguez, who else, pressuring Flores to come over to the sideline and run out of space quickly. 9:44 left to go in the fourth quarter, 16-6. Coyotes are getting closer to a victory here. Punt is away for the Javelinas on a 4th and 17. Damian Rivera calls for a fair catch and catches it in Javelina territory at the 45-yard line. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful Coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. The Coyotes were just running to play as soon as we got back. It's an end around to Jonathan Jimenez to the far side of the field. Jonathan Jimenez streaks up to about the 35-yard line of the Javelinas, and it's going to be close to a first down right there.
It was an end around, and he played it perfectly. He's got some wheels on him. He's a fast young man.
9:17 left to go in the game. The clock is ticking. It's waning. Where do we go from them trying to score to them milking the clock? It's still scoring time for them, right?
You notice it was a run, so let's keep running.
Yeah.
Let's keep the clock going. Let's get it into a 3-possession game, and then we can go from there.
Almost an offsides by the Javelinas. A handoff up to Malachi Castano, who's in the game for Abraham Ale. Pushes it up to the 29-yard line. First State Bank of Uvalde, first down for the Coyotes.
First down. It was a Malachi first down for First State Bank.
That's correct. That's correct. As you can tell, Malachi's he's in for Ale. He's cold. He's off the bench and gets a 5-7 yard gain. That's all you want at this point of the game.
That's right. He's got some fresh legs. Maybe that's what the coach is doing. He's got some fresh legs. Maybe he can go ahead and make the difference.
And that's a good point. Taylor Massey comes off the field, twins right for the Coyotes. Man in motion is going over to the Coyotes. Again, a handoff to Malachi Castano, who tries to find a little bit of daylight over to the far side of the field. Gets about maybe 2 or 3 yards. Third down and second down and 7 for the Coyotes.
Yep, they're running him. They're trying to milk milk the clock and get some fresh legs in there to run and get some positive yards, and he did. He got 3 yards.
Well, I do like milk pops. Let's see if the Coyotes can get some more here. 7:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. They are indeed letting the clock tick. They're taking their time. They're getting themselves set. 7:41 left to go in the game. 16-6 advantage Coyotes. 2 wide receivers to the left side. And another man in motion. That's Taylor Massey, number 47, the H-back. Whistle is blown dead. There is a flag. It might be a false start, and it is.
False start on the Coyotes. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. But we need to bear down. And they had Chris Rodriguez in there. They were going to run it again. But I don't know. Maybe they were going to fake the run and have Chris throw it. But now it's second and 13. It's a different strategy, and they bring in Brody.
Well, it's that football adage, that old football adage, establish the run to set up the pass. Maybe you're right. Maybe it looked like they were trying to milk the clock and then chuck it deep to put the final nail right there. 7:20 left in the game. 16-6 Coyotes. Second down and 12 for the Coyotes at the 33-yard line of the Javelinas. Brody Carnes looking downfield, throws a long, deep ball over to his wide receiver. Caught by Jared Hernandez. Touchdown! Coyotes, baby!
Touchdown, baby.
32-yard pass from Jennifer Brody.
And you know what? Malachi Castaño did an excellent job keeping that streaking defensive back coming in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did see that. That was a great blitz pickup. Gave Brody the extra time he needed to find a perfectly placed pass into the hands of Jared Hernandez. 7:05 left to go in the game. I don't want to say that's it. The party's over. I don't want to say that quite yet.
Nope.
But it is 7:05 left to go. 22-6 Coyotes. Kick is away for the extra point. 23-6 Coyotes by number 80, actually. It used to be DeVere. DeVere was in there a couple times for the kick, but that is number 80, Sebastian Avila. 23-6. We're going to take a quick commercial break. It's 7:05 left to go. Coyotes up 23-6 over the Crystal City Javelinas. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UValdyRadio.net.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UValdyRadio.net. If you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in and you click that play button, mosey on over to UValdyRadio.net to check on the Coyotes. We apologize for the loudspeakers. We're on the top of the press box, the roof of the press box, so a lot of what the stadium announcer is saying is bleeding over into our broadcast. Kind of, not even bleeding over, they're barging down the door. So 7:05 left to go in the game. Coyotes up 23-6 after a beautiful 32-yard pass from Brody Carnes to Jared Hernandez. Kickoff is away over to the Javelinas, who get the ball back after the score. The ball is fielded at the 10. Running back goes, the returner comes up to the 20 and crosses over to the 25-yard line. That's where the Javelinas are going to start and see if they're going to do anything to get back into this game.
It's 6:56 left in the game, Al. We just need to, the defense cannot play prevent. They just need to play aggressive and keep them from scoring so they don't get any kind of confidence going. So we've got 6:56. Just play aggressive, play your keys, and stay strong.
It's like they say in the NFL, prevent defense prevents you from winning. So
that's correct. That is so true.
Hopefully the Coyotes can do something and just keep the pedal to the metal. Keep that foot on the gas and keep going 90 miles per hour on the Javelinas. 6:56 left to go, as Pop said. 23-6, Coyotes are up. They are not playing any type of prevent defense. They're in their base formation. Snap is off to Flores. Pitch over to his running back and finds nothing. Great tackle by the Coyotes defender, number 29, Gabriel Loralde, right there.
Check him out. It's 25. Got to give the young man the credit. He went in there just fast. Our number 25 is.
Yep. And Pops corrected me. Yep, that is the number 25. That is Frank Salazar on the play. Just streaked up there and stopped him cold. Now it's 2nd and 15. It was a 5-yard negative play. God, amazing. The Coyotes are definitely not playing prevent defense. Hand off to the running back again, and again it's going to be a Javelina loss of yardage. 3rd down and about 18 for the Javelinas.
You know how Don Meredith. No, I'm not going to say that.
Not yet. Not yet. I know what you're going to say.
No, Don Meredith. No. It's 3rd down and 17 or 16. Let's see what happens here.
23-6, Uvalde Coyotes. All Uvalde Coyotes in this one, ladies and gentlemen. The Javelinas did score first in the first quarter, but ever since then, it's been a 23-0 run for the Coyotes. 23-6 right now. 5:46 left to go in this contest. 2 running backs in the backfield for the Javelinas. Carlos Flores, the Javelinas quarterback, looking around, trying to figure out if he needs to make an adjustment. Does not. And takes the snap and is immediately sacked by number, I can't even see that, Pops, but it was a sack. And again, that's number 25. I believe that's number 25 again. Frank Salazar. 2 big plays by Salazar to keep the Javelinas going back.
It was a quarter blitz, Al, and we were giving the Javelinas a taste of their own medicine. We were starting to blitz from the outside and from our defensive backs. So that is, and they don't have an answer to that.
A taste of their own medicine. The Javelinas have been blitzing their defensive backs all night. Now the Coyotes are doing the same. 4th down and 25 for the Javelinas. And the Javelinas are going to punt here. Damian Rivera again back to field the punt at the Javelinas 45-yard line. And it's going to go out of bounds. Actually, no, it's going to take a little bit of a trickle. And it's going to go up to the 46-yard line of the Javelinas. That's where the Coyotes are going to start and hopefully score some more points. We'll find out after this commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast on UvaldeRadio.net. Brody Carnes immediately hands the ball off up to his running back. Not sure who that was, but the running back did get 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Coyotes here. It looks like it's going to be Abraham Ale is back in the game. So it gets a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, it was just a straight dive. What the Coyotes are doing now is let's go ahead and run this clock down. Let's go ahead and just pound it into them and see if they have any fight left.
Taylor Massey coming out of the game. Brian Lee, number 43, coming into the game. There is no Augie Aviles. He sprained his ankle, as was indicated in our Uvalde Memorial Hospital injury update at halftime. So there's going to be a backup and a backup's backup rotating in at the H-back position. Brody Carnes takes the snap, hands off again to Ale, who goes over to the right guard, gets a great block, and up to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up. 3rd and 4 coming up.
We're just grinding. We're running the clock, trying to get it close to the 1st down, see if we can get a 1st down, and then just run the clock out. So let's see what happens here.
3:37 left to go in this game. 23-6 Coyotes up here. Hard to see any type of comeback coming up at this point, especially with the Coyotes with the ball at the 40-yard line of the Javelinas. 3rd down and 4 for the maroon and white. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Abraham Ale remains the running back in the backfield with Brody Carnes. Javelinas showing blitz. Handoff again to Ale, and he loses 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and 7 for the Coyotes.
That play was dead from the start. They were in the backfield before he even got the ball. As soon as he got the ball, they tackled him. So let's go ahead and punt it and see what they can do.
All right, it's going to be a timeout, and smartly so for the Javelinas. The clock is going down, so we're going to take a timeout ourselves. Once again, you're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. 2:47 left to go in this game. It's almost all but wrapped up, but we're not going to do that just yet. We don't want to jinx the Coyotes. We're Cowboys fans, me and my dad, so we've seen a lot of fluke plays happen in our day.
Definitely.
We don't want to put that juju on the Coyotes just now. Coyotes are up 23-6 with 2:47 left in the contest. We're here live in Crystal City. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer, and with me is my dad, Simon Pops Ortiz. class of UHS, class of 76, and former Coyote left guard, number 67 himself.
That's right. And you know what, Al? You owe me 2 Whataburgers now.
I only owe you 1 Whataburger. We did not do double or nothing. You even said you didn't want to do double or nothing. Just for that, you need to give me a Whataburger.
I want to make a public announcement, please. I'd like to, for our public, to give me suggestions of people that they would like us to interview in the legacy section.
Lantana Realty.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need you folks to tell us. We'd like to hear from so and so, please.
Yeah, former Coyotes, their stories, what it meant to be a Coyote. On the field, meanwhile, punt is away by Crystal Rodriguez on the 4th down and 7 for the Coyotes. The ball is down at the 12-yard line, not down, but here comes the punt return, and that is going to be a touchdown by the Javelinas. Crossing the 10, crossing the 5, and touchdown. But there's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. This might be coming back. That is a flag in the backfield where it might be a holding on the Javelinas. Hold your horses just now. A lot of boos coming down from the Crystal City crowd.
That ref is not moving from the 12-yard line or 14-yard line.
Nope.
So that means that it's against the defense, the offense. So
yep. That Javelina return man just darted up the field and was untouched. Found a hole, found a lane, and found pay dirt, but
there was a reason for that.
Yeah, there was a hold. There was a hold. There's a flag on the play. We have some Javelina fans here up on the roof of the press box. They got excited, and deservedly so, but yeah, another deflating moment with that flag and that touchdown coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to thank the Crystal City fans here who are wearing maroon. Thank you guys for your support of the Uvalde community. We've certainly been through a lot, and every time we go somewhere on an away game, we find that the fans of the other team wear maroon. So we thank you for that. Uvalde thanks you for that. We're just so overwhelmed by the seemingly unending support here. So it is a holding now. The referee is calling it, and that wipes away the Javelina touchdown. A spectacular run back by that return man. Did not see the number because all I saw was yellow of that flag.
That's right. That's all that. And you would think that was not going to be a factor, but it was a factor on why he was sprung.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2:42 left to go in this game. That puts the Javelinas back at close to their own 5-yard line, backed up against their own end zone. Coyotes are up 23 to 6. 2:42 left to go. If the Javelinas don't do anything here, this might be it, if not already. Coyotes are showing blitz. Wide receiver screen to number 12 on the near side of the field. Cross gets up and musters his energy up to about the 13-yard line for about a 2nd down and 6 for the Coyotes.
The Coyotes left number 12 open because they were all blitzing. It was an excellent job by the quarterback to find the open man from the blitzer.
Clock is ticking nonetheless, though. 2:18 left to go. 2nd down and 4 for the Javelinas at their own 13-yard line. A running back screen this time, and he finds the sideline and almost gets over to the 25-yard line, but stopped at the 22 for a 1st down for the Javelinas.
1st and 10. We need to stop them. We need to keep them inbounds, and we need to keep the clock running.
Yeah, more importantly than stopping them inbounds. That's a great point, Pop, so we can get that play clock going. But the running back did get out of bounds, so that stops the clock. 2:10 left to go in the game. 23 to 6 Coyotes. Again, Coyotes showing blitz from both linebackers, and they get pressure on the quarterback. Flores decides to tuck it and run, gets to the 25, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 8 for the Javelinas.
The clock keeps running. You've got 2 yards, but that's going to be. We got a
injured Coyote on the field. That is number 36, Caden Smith, the other defensive end. We're going to take a quick commercial break while the trainers check him out. We hope he's okay. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. The clock is ticking, the seconds are waning, and the Coyotes' victory is looking more and more doable here. Coyotes are showing blitz. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Javelinas at their own 23-yard line. Another screen pass for the Javelinas here. And the Javelinas fumbled the ball, and the Coyotes jumped on it. A pack of Coyotes jumped on it, but Javelinas retained possession. It's going to be a 3rd down and 12 at the 20-yard line.
3rd down and 12, and the clock keeps running. So, the fact that he didn't get out of bounds was perfect.
Yeah, great, awareness by that Coyotes defense to kind of push him inside and keep him away from the sideline. Timeout again it's by the Coyotes. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. 1:21 left to go in the game. The W is near. 23-6, Coyotes advantage. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. My voice is going, so luckily there's only 1:21 left to go in this ball game. Coyotes are up 23-6. As of right now, the ball is placed at the Javelinas' 20-yard line. Javelinas have the ball, and it's 2nd down and 12 for the Javelinas. Carlos Flores is alone in the backfield, no running backs. Again, the Coyotes are showing blitz by their linebackers. They are not letting up. Flores takes the snap, and again, the blitz gets in to the backfield immediately, flushes Flores to his right side, to his left side. He's trying to find some running room and turn the corner, and decides to tuck it and runs out of bounds for a 4th down and about 6.
That was an excellent job by the defensive line. Those were all just linemen going after it. There was no blitz, and
there was a blitz. They just held up the blitzer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I saw him go in.
Okay, perfect. All right. But it was a good play. 4th down.
Your eagerness to fight with me on the air is perplexing. Shotgun formation for the Javelinas here, and it's going to be no running backs again in the backfield. Bobbles the snap, does Flores, and again facing pressure, and throws the ball over the top of the defense to a wide open Javelina, and it's going to be a chunk of yardage down to the Coyotes' 45-yard line. They're calling it complete. It's down to the 45-yard line of the Coyotes. That moves the ball up from the 22 all the way to the 45.
They're going to call a late hit. It looks like they're going to call a late hit.
Yeah, that gives them an extra 15 yards, so it might.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. They both came down from the air. I mean, if it was a late hit, he might have just landed on him.
Or maybe he hit to the helmet.
Maybe. Not sure what they saw there, but let's see what the official call is. The Javelinas look like they are trying to line up, but nope, they bring the ball up.
Foul.
It's a personal foul. Yep. So that places the ball. That's going to place the ball at the Coyotes' 28-yard line right there. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Javelinas, close to the red zone right there.
Let's see what happens here. It's 1 minute left, so it's not like it's a comeback is imminent.
You're right, yeah. There's only a minute remaining. Trips left for the Javelinas, and now the whistle is blown. Man, these referees, they're late to blow the whistle almost every time. Trips left for the Javelinas here. They're trying to at least get some points to make this a closer game than what it is. Flushed again is Flores, facing pressure all throughout the second half, trying to find those wide open wide receivers. 2 wide receivers in the same spot. Didn't know where that was going to. Incomplete nonetheless.
He overthrew him by about a yard. There was one that was really open, and the other one was going to just be in the way. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
It's 51 seconds. It's 2nd and 10. It's we're doing calisthenics right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And a nice conditioning here for the Coyotes. That ball was incomplete in the end zone, so if it was caught, it would have been a touchdown for the Javelinas. But it was not caught, so it is a 2nd down and 10 for the Javelinas at the 28-yard line of the Coyotes. Javelinas trying to score here. 51 seconds remaining. Coyotes are up 23-6 in this game. Just a mere 51 seconds left for their 3rd win of the season and 3-1 record. Flores steps up in the pocket after he finds some pressure, finds a little bit of room, and gets up the middle to about the 10 to 8-yard line for the Javelinas.
He was scrambling for his life, and he was able to elude the tackler and get to the 10.
He's a dual threat quarterback, Pops, and he's definitely shown it there. Timeout by the Javelinas. 41 seconds to go. Coyotes up 23-6. This is all but wrapped up. We're going to take a quick break. All right, guys, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast. We apologize. There's been 3 moments in the game. That we've lost connection here. It might be because of the service out here. Not quite sure, but nonetheless, though, we've been on the game 85% of the air. So we thank you for your patience there. Right now, it's 1st and goal for the Javelinas. The ball is at the 8-yard line. Flores takes the snap again under pressure, but steps up in the pocket and finds pay dirt. It is a touchdown for the Javelinas. Too little, too late, though, Pops.
35 seconds to go. There's going to be an onside kick. They're not going to give up, I don't think. But my hat's off to the Javelinas. They didn't quit. They tried. They kept going.
No.
Let's see how they can do on the extra point.
Especially Flores, who basically took the offense and carried them to the end zone there.
Yep, he did. And again, when you're up 23-6 and you have a minute left in the game, you're not going to be as, earnest in trying to catch this young man.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. 35 seconds left to go in the game. Coyotes are up 23-12. I would say that we're going to go to the extra point, but the Javelinas are going to go for 2 here. So the formation is trips right, and 1 wide receiver alone in the other side of the field, 1 running back in the backfield. That's number 28 for the Javelinas there, Jared Urovaso. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-point conversion as Flores finds a wide receiver on the corner, near the corner of the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
The young man was covered, but Flores, with his speed, was either going to make it into the end zone if the man covering the wide receiver didn't come up to try to tackle him. So that's how he came open and was able to make the 2-point conversion.
Pops, this is still a 2-score game. Even if the Javelinas get a successful onside kick here and they recover the ball, they score and get a 2-point conversion, it's still 23-22.
Yes, and again, it's a 2-point game right now, so 35 seconds is not going to make a hill of a difference. So let's see what happens here. They're going to probably try to yes, I see all the hands out there.
Yeah, the hands team.
Yep. So they're going to try to onsides and see if they can get the ball just to score some more points.
Yeah, just to make this a closer game than what it really has been. A somewhat solid domination here by the Coyotes. It is 35 seconds left to go in the game here live in Crystal City. 23-14 Coyotes. It's a 2-score game. The onside kick. Now, for those of you listening in, of course, we all know, but just in case, an onside kick has to go 10 yards for the kicking team to recover the ball, or it has to deflect. If it doesn't go 10 yards, it has to deflect off the receiving team before the kicking team can recover the ball. So 2 ways here. Let's see how they go about it. The Javelinas break their huddle and try to fake out the Coyotes. Try to see if they're on their toes. They break the huddle and tried to kick. So they're faking the kick immediately after the huddle broke. Onside kick here, and it doesn't go 10 yards, but it is recovered by the Coyotes. So failed
excellent
onside
job
kick
by number 47. He just dropped on the ball. He didn't try to pick it up and run. He just dropped on it, and that's what he's supposed to do.
Taylor Massey right there, the backup to the injured Augie Avila's here. He's the backup H-back to Augie Avila's. So perfect hands and a near perfect win for the Coyotes here, Pops.
35 seconds, and What did Don Meredith say?
Dandy Don Meredith on the Monday Night Football broadcast.
Turn off the lights.
The party's over.
That's right. One kneel down, and we are at 3-1.
3-1. 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, after what was a little bit of a letdown last week. Not for any of our fans, because these kids try hard, but it was a letdown, I'm sure, for themselves after the emotional week they had the week before with Good Morning America, traveling to the Texans games, all that good stuff. So the ball is knelt with 30 seconds left to go in the game, and that is it. That is the victory formation, last play of the game. Pops, what do you think about this victory?
You know what? It was awesome. It was awesome because the kids went back and regrouped, and they came out playing. So kudos to the Coyotes. And you know what? Loyal and true, baby.
Loyal and true, ladies and gentlemen, as the teams line up for their post-game sportsmanship, slapping of the hands and handshakes. We're going to take a quick commercial break before we head to the quick post-game to recap this game, some analysis, all that good stuff. Coyotes win 23-14 here in Crystal City, go 3-1 on the season, and are left feeling good until they play their next game at the famous Honey Bowl. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UValleyRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com. Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, and we are about to start our post-game show. It's 23-14 is the final score here from Crystal City. Coyotes win, baby. It's always a great week when the Coyotes win. They go up to 3-1 after a lot of circus-like plays in the first half, and then just playing sound football to milk the clock and get that last touchdown to put them ahead just enough in the second half. I'm going to do a quick scoring summary here for you. In the first half, the Javelinas scored twice. So they scored first in the first quarter to go up 6-0 on the Coyotes. It was a 6-yard pass from quarterback Carlos Flores to number 28 Jared Urabaso, the running back, after marching down the field down to the 6-yard line. So that was 6-0 for the Coyotes. From there, it was 6-0 Coyotes are down. From there, it was a 23-0 run for the Coyotes, starting with a Chris Rodriguez 6-yard run. Just a beautiful effort on Chris Rodriguez, getting a tough earned 6 yards and an even tougher earned touchdown. Then a safety occurred. Maybe about 2 possessions later for the Javelinas, they had to punt the ball. The snap for the punt sails over the punter's head and just bounces out of the back of the end zone after the punter couldn't quite cradle and corral the ball in the end zone. So that makes it 9-6 for the Coyotes. It was 6 points for the Javelinas because they missed that extra point, obviously. Jonathan Jimenez on the ensuing punt, because the team who gets the 2 points, who gets the safety, who benefits from the safety, they get the ball back afterwards. So, on the ensuing punt, Jonathan Jimenez gets the ball at the 35-yard line, proceeds to find a couple of holes, just wiggles in and out, and finds the sideline on the far side of the field, and then turns on the jets when he sees nothing but green grass and a yellow Javelina end zone in front of him. That makes it 16-6 for the Coyotes. Advantage Coyotes. Coyotes go into the half with that score, and then the rest of the game is the Coyotes running the ball, making great passes by Brody Carnes, even though he was facing pressure all night. And then finally, after a couple of stellar runs by Malachi Castano, who was in to spell Abraham Ale, who was also in there for an injured Jaden Gonzalez, it was about maybe a 3rd down and 12 for Jared Hernandez at the 32-yard line of the Javelinas. Brody Carnes takes the snap, throws a beautiful ball down the far sideline, and perfectly places it into the waiting arms in stride of Jared Hernandez for the final score for the Coyotes, which makes it 23-7. The Javelinas and Carlos Flores, the dual threat quarterback, then marched the ball down the field because they wanted to make the score a little bit closer. They didn't want to give up, which we obviously love to see. In any high school game, you want to see students learn the lessons of not giving up, learn many lessons, and one of them is not giving up. So Carlos Flores, the dual threat quarterback, has a couple of nice runs, also under pressure for most of the second half, scores up the middle, gets the extra point on a pass to his running back, number 28, actually number 28, Jared Urabaso. We've been saying that name all night, so I don't know why it couldn't come out of my mouth correctly. But he did get the 2-point conversion, which made it 14-23. Coyotes get the ball, milk the clock, punt it back to the Coyotes get the ball back after an onside kick recovery, kneel the ball, and it's a win for the Coyotes, 3-1.
Any win is a good win, but I'm talking we as Uvalde Coyotes, we have some improvement to make, especially on offense. And kudos to the kids that came up and replaced the people that are hurt, but we did miss some of those starters on offense, and we need to get more consistent in our plays and marching down the field. There was plenty of opportunity to score more than the 6 points or the 7 points that we scored in the second half, because we would march down the field 20-30 yards, and then we'd have a miscue. Somebody would get offside, somebody would hold, and then we'd be pushed back and it would stall the drive. So the Coyotes have some improving to do. We do have a very difficult opponent next week, but I think that they will be able to improve. They will be able to come up and have a good showing next week against Divine. Divine is going to be a very tough opponent. They are the favorites in their district, and it's going to be a very tough game. Hopefully, we'll have some of our players back that got hurt, and it's going to be an awesome and very exciting game next week.
Hey, our iron sharpens iron. Let's hope that we hope for a Coyotes win next week, but we also want them to face some tough opponents so they can improve themselves as the season progresses, for sure. So Pops, any plays that stuck out for you during the game, or any players that stuck out for you during the game? We are going to have our Star Realty and Ranch Star Player of the Game recognition after the first commercial break. But anything on your mind, just high-level thoughts on what the offense did, or maybe the defense, that can maybe carry them throughout the season?
The one thing that stuck out in my mind is that our quarterback is doing a great job in finding the open receiver. Our passing game is very consistent. We didn't have an interception this game.
We had one interception. Remember, it was in the second quarter. Brody Carnes threw an interception, and then on a deep pass down the far sideline, and then the Javelinas got the ball back, and then threw the same deep pass down the sideline, and the same result, and then another interception. Coyotes ball again.
That's the one thing that sticks out for me in this game, and that's that the offense is clicking in their timing patterns and in their timing passing game. So, kudos to them. We need to work a little bit more on getting our running game more established, but and not have those mental lapses on the offense. And fixing that, we're going to be very, 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 very well off.
I love it. And we haven't talked about the defense very much throughout the broadcast, but only because they were stellar tonight.
This is the second game that they have. They have outshined. They are really clamping down, and those coaches are mixing it up. They're not just blitzing from one side or the other, and the line. It's very unsung. Their defensive line. Those young kids are really keeping the defensive wall up and applying some pressure. I saw some pressure just from the defensive line by themselves without any kind of blitzing going on.
All right, guys. Well, and also we just want to say there was about 3 moments throughout the game where that we had some service interruption. We think that when we go to these stadiums, there's no Wi-Fi, and if there is, it's far away because it's attached to the school. So we have to bring our own hotspot here. So we're out here and we might not get good service, and so it went went in and out about 3 times. So we're gonna see what exactly went wrong. We do think it's because it's the service out here, but we will shore it all up. We'll figure it out. We appreciate your patience, and we appreciate you all listening and sticking with us to listen to our Coyotes and listen to us bring the Coyotes into your home, especially on road games too.
Yes, especially on road. It's going to be so nice to be in the Honey Bowl next week.
I know. We've been on the road for like 3 out of 4 weeks.
I know. Yes, it's going to be nice. Even though I'm not liking the opponent, but I think the boys are going to be up to it. I think the kids are going to be up to it, and they're going to be ready for Divine, and it's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so because of the service out here, we don't want to have another interruption, so we're not going to take. Well, actually, we're going to take one quick commercial break, and then at the flip side of the break, what we're going to do is do our Star Realty and Ranch Player of the Game, and then we're going to just sign off for the night and get you all going so you can enjoy this Coyotes win, however you want to celebrate. Be safe, of course. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast. Only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. We're broadcasting live out of Crystal City, Texas, after a Coyotes win 23-14, the final score here at the stadium here in Crystal City. Coyotes go up to 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer, and with me, as always, your color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, class of 76 from UHS and former Coyote left guard, number 67 himself. Speaking of Coyotes players, let's do our Star Realty and Ranch Player of the Game.
Yes, please.
And a well-earned one, too, because it was one that kind of was the turning point of the game, right?
It was a turning point. He took that ball, and he really didn't have very much daylight. And he saw that little crease, and he took it, and he just took off running. And we're talking about Jonathan Jimenez.
Yep. Jonathan Jimenez.
That was the biggest difference in the game. It gave us the cushion. It gave us the impetus to be able to come out in the second half and not have to be so aggressive and just do our thing and be able to come out with a win without really having to be a nail biter like we've been having.
Yeah, definitely. And you and I don't like nail biters. They're exciting. No. You and I don't like nail biters, though. So, yeah, Jonathan Jimenez, I mean, he's also, kind of etched into Coyotes lore, after that reverse that he had, the beautiful reverse that he had in the home opener against Eagle Pass win that really sealed or got the Coyotes the victory and put them in scoring position. So, long overdue. We really do think that Jonathan Jimenez has such amazing talent, so fast, such great vision. He's your Devin Hester. He's your just speedy. Who's that?
No, he's the Star Realty star of the game.
Yes, but I was comparing him to. You get a Whataburger, you get all cocky. All right, so just kidding. The Star Realty and Ranch players of the game up to this point this season. Week 1 against Carrizo was Jarrett Hernandez. Week 2 against Eagle Pass win was Chris Rodriguez because he was just all over the place. You could have made the case for Jonathan Jimenez there, but Chris Rodriguez as a quarterback, he scored. Punter, a linebacker, he was just amazing run stopper. Punter, he just gave the Coyotes great field position. Jack of all trades. Week 3, Poteet Alberto de la Garza, who's had a stellar season with a couple of interceptions and great pass breakups, just tightened up that cornerback position on that side of the field. And then, of course, week 4, Jonathan Jimenez for his beautiful, masterful run back on that kick return.
That was. And he did some other stuff during the game. He ran some good routes. He ran some good sweeps. So, he is very deserving of being the Star Realty star of the game.
Star Realty and Ranch star of the game, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we're going to wrap it up here from Crystal City. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer.
And I'm Simon Ortiz, the color commentator.
Very colorful, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see y'all next week at the Honey Bowl. We're back home in Uvalde, the Tree City, USA, the honey capital of the world. You have listened. This has been the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. We're signing off with a Coyotes win.
Thanks for listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast with Simon and Al Ortiz on UvaldeRadio.net. Tonight's broadcast was made possible by the support of our sponsors: Texas Farm Store, Star Realty and Ranch, Uvalde Memorial Hospital, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home, Skyway Entertainment, Texan Bank, Medina Electric Cooperative, Lantana Realty, Uvalco Supply, Power Sports and Equipment, Vulcan Materials Company, Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, and First State Bank of Uvalde. The Coyote Pack broadcast was produced by Robert Miguel Rodriguez. Coyote Pack broadcast apparel provided by Southwest Uniforms and Embroidery. Very special thanks to Uvalde CISD Superintendent Dr. Hal Harrell, Uvalde CISD Executive Director of Communications and Marketing Anne Marie Espinosa, and Uvalde CISD Athletic Director and Head Football Coach Wade Miller and staff. We are Uvalde Strong. We now return to our regular broadcast on UvaldeRadio.net.